Oh boy, I'm at it again. Thanks, Shalem. Right about now, I was at it again with niggas and bitches and homies and friends. And
that's how it begins.
What up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the NoNamers podcast. It's 3 minus 1 plus 2. No, Arthur's not here. I'm Nestor.
Mm-hmm. This is Adrian.
Art had another set of car troubles. He burned his hand, 3rd-degree burns. You think those are 3rd-degree burns or 2nd-degree burns?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know, because he's light-skinned, bro. I remember when they burned him in high school, he had that mark. He probably still has that mark on his neck. So if you see Arthur with a little birthmark looking thing on his hand, he burned his hand on his car's gasket, I'm guessing, because he tried to. I don't know. His car overheated. He couldn't handle the sun, like, because you can't have the car on, so he can't have AC on. So, he lost his shit, lost his temper, like Art's known to do, and then, burned his hand, and his car got fucked up, and again has no car. All this bad luck, I'm thinking, he deserves it somehow. I don't know. He must have pissed off the gods somehow. I don't know. Like, how can one person have this much bad luck? Unless it's self-made. You know what I mean?
He is a self-made man.
He's a self-made dude. But Art's not here, and we're gonna start a Kickstarter. He's gonna be making the video soon, so he could get a new car. Because obviously the car is just giving him too much trouble.
Yeah.
And he keeps missing podcasts.
Do you think that's the issue?
Well, no, Art's always been his own issue. You know what I mean? It starts and ends with Art. I'm pretty sure, like, when the car was giving him trouble, the first beginning signs of it, he would have taken care of it. Would have been simple fix. But, he just lagged it. And
you got to double down, though.
Double, triple. Sometimes you just got to put your hand in the stove to see if you still feel, you know what I mean?
It's facts, though.
I feel like Art felt dead inside and just saw the hot gasket and said, you know what? Press that button, baby.
It's $1 million in the dollar one. You can get half of it. Nah, we're going for it.
Imagine he's trying to claim insurance fraud on his own self. He blinds himself with his own shit and then sues himself and wins.
That'd be hot.
He takes out an insurance policy on himself, but
he represents himself in court, though.
I'd pay to see that. Like Art with his little suit. Like he wears his suit, but it's not fitted. So it's like loose in the bottom, so that it looks like little bell bottoms, and the jacket fits him too big, so he looks like a clown.
Yeah, that's a show. I seen a show.
I would watch a show where Art's a fucking a lawyer and represent himself, like, but only in cases about him, like he needs to go to court, and he loves going to court, so he just keeps getting into trouble so he could keep representing himself, and he's just stuck in this cycle.
This loop, this never-ending loop.
All that to get to that Art is not here. I honestly didn't know if I had press record, so I was worried. Dude, all this shit, man, why do people do that?
Why do people do
You
what?
think like it's human nature to just keep leaving shit till it's like the hardest possible way to fix, or just like leaving everything to the end? Is it nature? Is it that work or life, it just gets too heavy, you just don't want to deal with shit? Because Art's not the only one that's guilty of it. I think we all are in our own way. I mean, I've done it before where like you feel a little toothache coming and you just don't give a fuck. You're like, nah, you keep letting it right out until it becomes full blown, and now you got to go and like there's a root canal situation. You know what I mean? And because I was talking about it with my dad, because that motherfucker, that fool knew his car was messing up.
Okay.
He felt his car, said, something's wrong with it, yo. Like the wheel's been wobbly. Something's wrong with it. But homeboy didn't want to fix it. He was busting on Adrian. Like, even on his day off, it's like, I don't really want to take my day off to do something. I don't. and he didn't want to ask me to do it. For some reason, that fool always is afraid that I'm gonna tell him no, or that I'm gonna just like, I hate you, Dad.
You're gonna break his car, maybe?
You think he thinks I'm gonna slash his tires or something? I don't know. He didn't want to ask me to like that. Can you handle this for me? Because I was like, dude, it's a 5-minute fix.
Yeah, to replace one tire. Yeah.
Yeah, you go and then they'll like te dan otro gallito or whatever. You know what I mean?
Another pick me up.
But he knew it was fucked up. But every time he'd park the car, he'd park it where the bubble of the tire was at, so he couldn't tell it was fucked up. And he's like, "Dog, I've checked it." But if he didn't really. He knew it was fucked up, but he just kept rolling the dice. And he's like, "Yo, I was coming back. I was doing 80, bro, and then that fucking shit popped."
It's lucky I shouldn't flip.
Yeah, he's looking to fucking spin out.
It was back. Oh no, my back tire spun out, but I wasn't going 80. I was going like 55. I don't really drive that crazy.
Oh well, because he's like at 2 a.m. He just got out of work. He's just trying to get home. Whatever. He popped it, but like, I don't know how the fuck the tire catches all the cables
Yeah.
that are connected from the. I want to say the computer, but basically the console, all the way to the light and the turn signal. And he ripped it, just yanked all that. It's called the right engine harness, I think it's called.
Yeah.
It ripped them all out and basically fucked this whole shit up. Like something that would have taken to go and buy a cheap tire would have been $25, $15 if you just needed to parch it up. That fool just said, fuck it, doubled down, and basically wrecked his shit up. I don't even know if he got home or he got towed home.
No, he changed the tire to something else.
He put the emergency tire.
But the lights weren't working or something.
But the lights don't work. The turn signal didn't work. So he was riding dirty for a bit.
Should have to be.
Which was fucked up because he kept leaving me without a car. Because he was using my whip.
Mm-hmm.
And then this weekend, my mom took off to Texas because my grandpa over there he's been sick. Well, that fool got the big C. I don't know. I'm just rambling. He got the cancer. So he did chemo for a month.
Yeah.
But the chemo's just to like
just make it smaller.
To make the little like the tumor, I'm guessing, smaller, right? No.
Yeah.
Well, how would you like? Cancer's not a tumor. I guess like. I don't know. I guess it's to like make the disease smaller. I don't know. Like, what is cancer? Whatever. I'm trying. What is life? No. To make the cancer thing smaller, so then they could try to operate.
Yeah.
So she had to take off. So it was basically gonna just be. I think Giselle was supposed to take off with her, and she just ended up bailing at the end. But me and my dad were basically like, this shit has to get fixed. One, because he's like, your truck wastes way too much gas. And I'm like, this is facts. I told you guys. You guys don't believe me? Like, it wastes the gas of a V6, but like only has like the engine of a V. No, well, it has the engine of a V6. Well, it's a V5. Whatever. It wastes too much gas for what it does. You know what I mean?
Well, for what you're using them for, yeah.
Yeah. Like you're literally, yeah, like
you're not hauling anything. You don't work in construction.
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
no reason to drive a truck.
Exactly. Also, he's so used to his little car that like the jump in, like how much gas gets wasted, how much you spend, you could feel it.
I honestly just think he just felt bad because you just were here by yourself, and I was gonna be at work and just gonna be by yourself.
He literally was like, bro. Well, he had just filled up his tank the day the shit blew, and he's like, dude, I'm wasting double of the gas I am with what I would with my car. Plus, he just wanted it to get fixed.
Yeah.
So I looked online. The harnesses, they're like $150, and I'm pretty sure if I keep shopping around, I could find one.
Yeah.
But it's like it's so hard to make like it. I don't know. I feel like it's like shoe shopping you could get done, but there's just some shit you just gotta see in person, to make sure that's the one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sometimes you gotta try it out.
Yeah. Well, you can't try it out, but we basically were like, it's also gonna be cheaper because this car is common. It's like one of those old BD Hondas.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, these junkyards have a grip of these because a lot of people drove these or drive these.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm pretty sure we can find it, and like big parts. I think those would not like the cars wouldn't have those no more. But like the harness, I thought,
Shit and fuck up.
yeah, I thought like we have a pretty good shot at finding that at a junkyard.
Yeah.
So we went. Already, I thought it was peculiar that this fool packed a hammer, a screwdriver, a cross screwdriver, a plain one, a flat one, and like a ratchet set, and that's it. And he put that shit all in like a superior bag, like a grocery bag. It's like you see because I've never been to a junkyard. Have you?
Yeah.
You been to a junkyard? Which one?
I'm a junkyard dog, nigga. You know
When the
me?
fuck have you been to? You've never been to a
My
junkyard.
car's been
I've
brand
always
new.
but like
Well, no,
I've never been to a junkyard. I had an idea what a junkyard was, but I never like.
You were like, where the dogs at? If to run away from this shit or what?
No, I wanted to kind of see the people, feel the vibe. You get there and it's just like, it's like a swap meet for grimier people, but like there's no goods and services. There's just like, pick your part and then pay for the part. But like
a bunch of fucking beat down cars and you just rip shit off cars.
Yeah, I don't understand. But I don't
What
understand.
do you mean it's a swamp meet?
Yeah, they're not.
Well, because it's the same procedure. You park, you pay the entrance fee. There's rows of parts. So those are like the rows of stuff that you can buy. You go, you find what you want, and then you pay for it. And then when you go out, well, the thing is that a swami, when you leave, they're not like no one checks you, but
They pat you down.
they pat you down when you leave because a lot of people would just steal shit and put it in their.
Facts, dog. I'll put it in my little
Well,
toolbox.
because while you're walking the junkyard, they don't look at what you're doing.
Yeah, they look in when. Oh no, they don't look what you're
No,
doing
you
while you're
just-
in there.
They only have one person that you're gonna pay, and then one person that makes sure you didn't take anything. That's all they.
Well, they have
Sometimes you
multiple
throw that shit
security
over,
guards.
fam. You throw it over, you walk away with it.
So I tell people if you just wait by the fence and you chuck shit over the fence, they can't.
Well, the one we went to it don't work that way.
I was like, how do they pay for
'Cause-
rent, dog? Was there a lot of people?
Yeah, a dick load.
Yeah, because that's where people go get cheap parts.
Damn.
It's like it's literally like a swap meet. Like it's a big, huge lot. Except this one had like
All the totaled cars, that's where they go.
That
they
is
put it-
true,
They
I
send them
forget.
to junkyards.
there's a scrap metal yard in the front. Yeah, there's a scrap metal in the yard where people who just could sell metal, like the people that collect metal.
Mhm.
Right behind that, it's just cans and aluminum, and then behind that, it's just a yard of cars.
Hmm.
And there's like the first
but did you guys
checkpoint.
check that the car you grabbed wasn't like evil? You never know. That might become a little fucking. What's that guy that makes scary movies and stuff?
Oh, what is that car? Desires? No, that's Streetcar Named Desire.
The play?
No, he has a book where
The
the
car
car
turns
turns
evil.
evil, right?
Yeah, you never know. Though my dad one day
Fuck,
just
what is the name of
comes
that
with
car?
a slick back hair and starts talking all evil. Like the fucking.
It's like
got 'em.
like if you got a part of a serial killer, like a
Yeah.
liver or something.
I would have fucking got that shit blessed though, but I get everything blessed.
So they check that you're not taking parts in.
I never thought, huh?
So then you I guess can't claim like I already had this part.
Okay.
And that's what I'm guessing.
Did they have old?
Because it's like,
cars?
why would you sneak in parts?
Could you make like a car out of the cars that were there?
Yeah, sure. Bro. Well, I mean, you can go and get parts for a car that you have existing. Can you make a car out of all those cars? Yeah, maybe.
Like, was your old school car, or was it like a cool car? Like, oh shit, there's like a little vet, or like.
There was a Falcon. I thought it was hype. But where we went, it's
Yeah, because you could buy cars there too.
Like junkyard cars.
In case you want to like
no. You could buy like
renovate it or whatever you want
like
to do.
say you just want to get the fucking.
You've been to a junkyard before? Or what car you guys?
When the cars would break down, that's where we'd go. We have Fords. They're American cars.
They break down all the time.
Not really.
Oh, I thought that's what you were getting at.
No, they're American cars, so there's a lot of parts out there.
Oh, facts. There was a Civic, your year and everything. I was just like, yeah, I thought of like, what part does he need? Like, what part would he want?
Well, the few scratch it has on the bottom.
I thought about looking
Maybe
for my
some
truck and like taking the the
Oh,
grill
the
from the
grill?
front.
I'll be high.
But I could buy one online for $100 and
Yeah, but not actual American.
Like,
not GM.
oh no, it'd be aftermarket. Fuck it. If it,
Get it murdered out.
well, there is
Murder
murder. Now.
parts are cheaper there than if
Yeah,
they
yeah,
are
yeah. They don't care. They already all that shit is profit because they already got their loss. Like
They got $200 for most of the, like they paid $200 for the cars that are there.
Oh shit, dude! There was people with little parts. It's like literally like this little part they could fit in their hand, like $40, $50. I'm like, damn! Like you could just buy the whole fucking totaled car for $200.
can you?
But with like no, not really. Like
Where
why
do you
would
get
you want to
rid
store a fucking total whip?
Yeah, unless it's like a
Most
rare
people don't
car.
have that space.
So Arthur does. Arthur has a little fucking.
If
And
you
that's what the junkyards paid for those cars. They
Yeah.
paid like $200. Like,
facts.
and they sell the parts off of there for like 40 or whatever the fuck. And you make
Oh, I don't
money.
think I could tell that story not without getting really explicit.
Yeah.
When we were leaving, there was a a white guy
Uh-huh.
with cans, and he looked like he was like one of those dudes that talked to himself, and he started punching his cans like he was treating the cans like they were people. Well, no, because he was calling them the N word with a hard R, and he just punching like stop being, and then and then he started socking him, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening,
Oh, I
bruh?
thought you joined them.
Get him now! And I was just like, what the fuck? That was the weirdest thing I saw there.
What's the guy with mental issues? Nothing
Well,
to do with
facts.
mental
Well, no, I mean, he didn't sell his cans because they could buy them there. So he like, I guess he didn't fuck with the price they were trying to pay him or whatever. So he's like, I'm taking them back, and he was carrying it like because he could have rolled the bike, but instead he just put them on top of his bike and was just pushing his bike along. And then I just started hearing hard R's, and I turn around like, what the fuck? And it's just some dude socking like coming down with it. Yeah, but why? Yeah, like, I don't know. Whatever. It was weird. So we go in there, we pay the buck, we walk around, we find the car, and I'm like, I think this is it. It's a '96 Honda. Boom.
Oh, they have them labeled and shit.
Yeah. On the side of the car, it just tells you like what year it is and shit. I mean, if you know your car, you basically could find it.
True.
And we check, and we're like, we could do it. And my dad's kind of like, he's looking for the bolts, and I just start taking shit apart because I already kind of knew like we're gonna have to take the door out to give us space, then take out the side paneling, and then make like even the bumper.
Mm-hmm.
So I start working on shit, and this was like, hey, no lo debes que tratar como si el de nosotros. We could beat this one up. I was like, what? Like, I'm like,
breaking windows.
bro, like, because he was like, dude, tienes mucha paciencia. This one isn't your. Like, he's basically saying you got too much patience with this one for this one.
This one ain't your wife. You could beat it, dog.
And this was he's just giving me a little couple jabs at it. And I'm like, what the fuck?
You have to be.
Right, we take the door down really quick.
At least he didn't start calling it Nestor and then hit it.
He's not like that bump for hitting hard R's and pushing the car.
Nestor! Funny
Funny if you bought a sledgehammer, dog. Like, this is my therapy. You don't get it, dog.
You just demo power?
Oh, but as soon as we get there, this was asking like, "Hey, pass me that one tool." I'm like, what are you talking about, B? You brought 3 tools. Like, he's asking for tools we don't have. He's like, you packed it. You just told me to fucking come with you. Like, I'm just here for because I want to know what
the fucking jaws are like.
this was for real. That's like this was like, hey, well, we're gonna cut through this metal. If it's not ours.
How? Well, you get your whole fucking hand cut.
This was crazy. Son.
I thought that was they passed me a beer. What? You didn't pack the beers, dog. You
bring
had one job.
You didn't bring the cooler, bro.
I'll be high.
We take the door down. We take the side panel off, but I'm like, why? Because he's just like, dude, let's just cut this from this wire to this wire, and I'm like, no, like,
Do it right.
let's just do it right. And I feel like, but that's gonna take more time, bro. And I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah, like my dad's like, Daddy needs his juice.
I don't know what's up with that fool. He's like, you're having. Well, that fool's, you know, he's like, he's plugging away, he's doing his thing.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remove the bumpers so we can see where the. Because I was just like, I kept telling him, yo, when that shit ripped off your thing, because these cables, besides going to the turn signal and and the main light, they go inside and hit the radiator and hit other. They power other things in the middle of the car, but in the front, like I don't know, like the fans and shit. And I'm like, are you sure those didn't get ripped out? I can't tell you 100% they did it, and I can't tell you 100% they did.
Yes and no.
I'm like, well, why are you only trying to take this little piece? He's like, because that's the only one that's not working as far as I know. And I'm like, well, they're going to charge us for the whole harness. Let's just take the whole thing. He's like, yeah, I want some. Why? He's like, why are you going to be an accountant for right here? You're going to be like a wrestler. You got to just...
Dude, that shit's the worst shit at work. Those are the shit that cost me the most trouble is the stupid harnesses.
The wiring harness?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that shit, without that, you don't power dick. You can't get it going.
Yeah.
So, that fool, I don't know what the fuck he's working
I
at.
would have brought a cooler though, because I know that's what makes my dad happy. Hey, we could party.
I think we had a cooler. He's like, we could be here all day. But since there's no beer, he hasn't had breakfast.
Yeah, you took him without breakfast. That's mistake number one. They gotta feed him.
Well, we're trying to get there done early.
No one's trying to pay.
Oh,
I want to throw that shit off the thing though, but I'm a fucking.
And then since he's like, hey, this isn't a whiff. I'm just fucking. I popped the bumper off with just a fucking screwdriver, just like ripping it out, and then just with my hands.
That sucks. Because someone could have used that shit for that.
No, I didn't break it, but I just popped the clips off.
Yeah, the clips are the important part.
No, the clips are $2. Like, you care about the bumper. The bumper.
Buy clips? Oh,
I went and bought clips. And I'm like, oh, we could have stolen pops. Yeah, I could, because I stole some buttons, like the buttons on the inside for the AC. Just put them shits in my pocket and walked out with them.
Yeah, fuck them.
And my car needed the tire needed just like the thing to close out the tire,
valve, yeah.
a little valve thing. I stole one of them shits too, boy.
Yeah, I've been stealing yours.
Huh? The other day I saw that one was missing. I'm like, what
steal
the
them.
fuck?
They stole mine. They stole but only one of them. I was like, what the fuck? Why?
That's what I
You're
thought.
only missing one.
I was
True.
just like, what? I'm like, who? These are brand new tires. What the fuck?
Well,
They're not brand new, but like, I'm like,
Yeah.
I should have them. Where the fuck is it? So I saw one was missing, and I just thought,
Sometimes you gotta take them.
I'm gonna take them. As I took out the bump, but I can't live my dad life stuff. I can't hammer shit, bro. I fucking hit it with the screwdriver, and like it ricocheted, and I just stabbed myself in my finger, like just cut my finger open.
well, you got ninny hands. Huh?
Then I'm just like, bro, I'm like, this is the junkyard. My hands are all full of like, they're all black because we're just working in a dirty, junkyard shit.
Mm.
And there's just blood running down my finger, dog.
Come home, you spit on it for your good. Huh?
Nah, I literally just wiped it off on my shirt and kept at it because I'm like, I'm not gonna let my dad see that I fucking stabbed myself.
Oh yeah, he's gonna make fun of you relentlessly, dog. This is why I bring you, dog. You're an idiot. Why didn't you bring the beer? You had one job.
I'm hungry.
That's facts. That's a Serrano thing. We don't work well under the heat and fucking hunger. Huh?
Then that fool just started kicking it, fuck.
What do you mean?
Cause
He let you do the work.
Huh?
He let you do the.
No, he physically started kicking it, fuck.
You're lying, dog.
To make this whole thing, we needed to like squeeze our hand in there. That fool kicked it. He fucking power dropped it. That fool's like, you gotta be like a wrestler sometimes. Fool. You gotta fucking drop. I'm like, the way these fools get the cars up, because people take the rims and tires and shit.
Yeah.
They literally put them on.
Brick?
They'll stack 2 rims and then put it on top.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, yo, if you kick it again, that hole is just coming down, bro. And it's just gonna fucking like dominoes start dropping the rest of these cars.
You gotta film that though.
We kicked it, we were hitting it with the elbows. And then that was like, let's take off. And I'm like, because he was telling me like, oh, this part right here is broken too. And I'm like, it's 3 screws, like it's 3 bolts. Like, let's take it off. Yeah, but we can leave now though. And I'm like, well, what the fuck, be like, we came here for this stupid shit.
How far was it from the house?
It's in Norwalk. You know where we went to go see Civil War in Norwalk? Or yeah. You just keep going down that same street and it's on your right. It's not far at all. And I'm like, it's like it'll take us another half an hour to take this off. And your car will be better because when it jammed this shit, it broke a piece of this metal off. And I'm like, it's gonna be super easy to take off. I'll take off the light while you start taking off the bolts, and then we'll pretty much be done by the same time we finish. So I started taking off he took off the light, he took off the light. He unscrewed a few while I did the bolts, and that shit came right off. We paid, it was $17 for both those parts. The hard part was coming and then putting it, because that fool did cut it. That fool's like, we don't need the rest of the harness. And at that point, I was like, all right, if you think so. He's like, yeah, I think we could do it with this. So he was just going to make the harness that ripped off and then this one into one.
And tape it?
And yeah, basically he just cut all the wires. Because he's like, look, if this one's already built. So we take the one that's not built and we go by color. I was like,
yeah.
I'm like, look, you're making a lot of sense right now.
But that's a lazy
because
guy.
I just want to leave. But fuck it, bro. Like, and he just cut it. And when he got home, he just connected the wires he thought were the power and the ones for the lights. And he turned on the lights. He's like, hey, it's working. And then he's like, we got any electrical tape? And I'm like, I don't know.
Mad dumb.
Huh?
That's mad dumb.
Yeah, because when you're going fast, bundles.
We taped it up though.
It's gonna get loose.
You could have just taken the whole part off.
We'd have to like take off a bunch of shit though. Because he's like because he didn't want to come here. Because if we would have to take that whole car apart. And when we would have to come home and take his car apart.
Yeah, but at least you have practice taking it apart. And you know where everything goes.
Facts. But I mean, who am I to complain? That's not my car. If it was my car, I'd be already like, nah, let's replace the whole fucking thing. But I mean, if he was cool with it, so then I saw him like he just cut the wires.
Yeah, but then if it doesn't work, you have to do it all over again.
We have to find a new car with another harness because we already cut. Well, no, actually, you know what it was? I think one of the harnesses parts were already cut. Like someone cut that harness to get to another part instead of taking it off. And then that fool's like, hey, it's already cut, so fuck it. But I think he liked the easy out as well. Because that's what I felt. I was like, so what? That one's cut, but like the rest of it looks okay.
Yeah.
We'll just connect that piece. And he's like, if we're already connecting this piece, let's just connect the whole thing to this piece. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. So we cut it. He came home. I mean, it took us all fucking day. It just felt funny that it was like my classic pops that he's just gonna like slam shit with fucking hammers and shit. Like things that need finesse he can't do. Like he's just that fool's just like, if he was a construction worker, he could only do demos. Cause like it feels like he's just a Tasmanian devil. He can't do the finesse parts. He doesn't have the patience for it. Last time my uncle came and he wanted to like. My uncle keeps making fun of him because he's like, hey, I need an oil change. My dad's like, let me get my hammer.
You have to get the hammer, dog.
And my uncle's like, nah, hold up. Nah, what do you mean the hammer?
What the fuck?
You have to get the hammer, dog.
No, you don't. You just you unscrew one thing and it's all in the tin.
It goes down.
That fool likes to shatter shit. My thing is like sometimes he feels like to dig at yourself out of a hole, you gotta make the hole bigger. I mean, I think that's my dad's philosophy. Like that's why usually when something's fucked up, he needs to make it worse, and that gives him the motivation to fix it. I don't know why he is that way. Like, let's say there's one broken tile, and instead of replacing that one tile, he'll just fucking smash the whole living room, and then just replace the whole living room.
For a roof, there's a little piece leaking. He's like, "Hey, fucking, we might not have a fucking dollar to our name, but we're replacing our roof somehow, dog." And We removed everything, remember? And
Yeah.
it should rain the next day, and the fucking whole house was getting fucking flooded.
Flooded. Yeah, exactly.
And then he's like, "Hey, dog, you put me in a pickle, and I have to come up with like 4."
Oh no, you know how his one wheel popped?
Uh-huh.
He went and got the whole set. fool.
You have to get the whole set, dog. Then one of them.
He's like, Dick, fool, that way, I learned my lesson. fool." I'm like, what lesson did you learn? What, you went and got the whole fucking set because you lagged it?
I have to go get fucking set of tires, too.
And then I'm just kind of like, how is this was thinking affecting me? How did that fuck me up? Because I don't think that's the right way to think, bro.
Oh, definitely it's not, bro. Sometimes you go for the pick when they get a fucking they take it deep on you, bro.
But he doesn't go for the pick.
I went for the pick and went deep on me. They burned me.
It's more like, hey, so this was burning me, so maybe I should start covering him now.
Mm.
And it's too late already because the ball's already in the air. So now he's trying to trip him without getting the flag thrown.
It's facts. We're not pension.
You know what? I think about when I was younger, that shit would annoy the fuck out of me. For some reason, yesterday when Juan showed up, I was at my wit's end.
Just full of fun.
Oh, I got home. I was like, I just drinking my.
I knew he was over when I didn't see him outside. And you were outside and your dad was outside.
We were
and
drinking
inside. And
I was drinking a beer with my pop.
This was having a moment.
No, I had just showered.
I literally had just gotten home.
And I was waiting for my feet to dry, put on my socks. And I was waiting for you. I was like, this was going to call me when he's outside.
Well, these fools are outside.
So then I called you and I'm like, where the fuck are you, B? We've been waiting for an hour here, bro.
And then I was like, I'm outside.
And then I was like, this motherfucker, yo, we've been starving while this was been outside the whole time?
You have to drink, fool.
You barely had got him.
No, but in the morning, inside, I just was like, there was something charming about knowing exactly what he's gonna do. You know what I mean?
You've known the man for 30 years.
I'm like, he's gonna fucking come in here and like blow shit with hammers, fucking kick something, cuss a little bit. You know what I mean?
If the guy
give me a little shit, and at the end of the day, we'll get it fixed.
If the guy's a beaner, he's gonna make fun of him. And then go for the opposite team, even though my dad has no loyalty to any team.
Oh fuck, dog! We went to CVS after it was all said and done. He's like, "Hey, I need to hit the bank, fucking bank. Need a little cash, some little carry-on money, and then I need to hit up CVS because I need some Doritos."
Yeah.
So we're waiting in line and he's like, damn, they're fucking lagging it, dog. I was like, this one wants to crack it open.
You have to, he's thirsty.
He's holding, but you know how you just hold it by the handle? For his handle is the card in for it rips when it just it rips and it just hits the floor. And then that fool's like, hey, cayó suave. Nothing happened. I was like, fuck it, you haven't paid it, just walk out.
No, my dad doesn't like it in there.
But there's a guy next to him. And that fool's like, oh, rap. Yeah. And then my dad's just like, oh, es que tienen miedo de lo que le vamos a hacer. And that fool just started telling him an anecdote about one of his clients. He's like, yo tenía un cliente, Chabelo. And that fool walks to the liquor store y le decía a las chinitas, like, hey, me las tienes bien asustadas. Because the fucking beers were slippery and didn't want to leave with them.
They're little ghosts, but they see those ghosts.
And then, pues, las tienes bien asustadas. They don't want to fucking leave with me.
This man has a master's degree.
But then the guy just put his headphones back in because he's just like, that's too weird. I don't know what he's talking about. And I'm fucking dying because it's just like, I just like the anecdote of I just like the story that a beer's so afraid to get drunk that it's shaking in fear. And that also in a drunk trying to tell this Korean lady in her liquor store, like, your beers are afraid of me. And the lady's thinking, what the fuck is he talking about?
The food buys 240s every day.
And my dad's like, Dig, now we're going to have to two-hand these boxes. And then I had to two-hand it.
Some animal,
like I'm savage, man. Oh. And that fool's all like, damn, we got to start with the the other card and these ones are shook now. Fool. We gotta let these sit for a little bit. Fool." I'm like, that's what you're worried about? Nah, but it was around there where I was like, because it's like I love the man, but like I could only take him for so many hours, and you hit your limit.
I wonder how my mom did it because they used to work together. They did everything together.
But then I'm like, that means,
But then your dad has to tiene que aguantar a tu mom too.
That's true. They're fucking
bro,
peculiar
I'm like,
people.
I'm like them to an 11 put together. So I was like,
Oh,
damn, how can people put up with me, bro? I was just kind of looking at these fools like, yo, I hit my limit at 5 o'clock from 8 to 5. Like, I'm a full-time job, bro.
Facts.
Then I was just like, no wonder I'm single. Who the fuck is gonna put up with this shit?
Just gotta look down the pipe. That's all it is, bro.
Facts.
Because when Juan showed up, I was starving. I just told, because that fool hit me up
Yeah.
and we were done. Like, we just had to go to the bank. It's because like we kept, my dad's a habitual line stepper. Like,
What do you mean?
that fool, first of all, didn't want to ask.
Mister.
He didn't want to ask me to go to the.
Like, there's like, what society deems like, all right, that's acceptable for you've asked for a favor. But now on top of the favor you're asking for another favor that's like, are you for sure? Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
And then, but then they just keep going for they double down, triple down, quadruple down.
It's like when Esther's like, hey, can you run this errand with me? Hey, but can you drive though for when you get here? Then it's like, what?
And can you buy lunch though, fam?
And then you're like, wait a minute, what?
And then you buy him lunch, and he's like, "Hey, but I want the combo."
And then he complains.
Yeah, this is my life. Though.
Wait, what was your example?
You're crossing lines right now, man.
What was your example again? That I
You're
had?
like, hey, come run this errand with me. Then you get here, and then you're like, hey, but can you drive though?
And then once you get John Driver, hey, you got
Because
it.
it's like, it's one thing, all right, you do someone a favor, you're like, all right, I'll
Well,
give
you're
him some
born at your
company.
house, and you're like, "Fuck it,
I'll
dog."
give him some
I'm
company.
down the road.
But then you get here, now it's like, you gotta drive this man around. Bro.
And that fool bitches about your driving, bro.
I've never bitched about Juan's driving. Juan's a good driver.
I'm not.
I mean,
Psychopath,
He's
I
a
drive.
psycho, but I've never felt unsafe.
But the thing is, I don't hit people. Niggas hit me. But I don't hit people because
But
because one, I don't have insurance.
there's a few people that I'm like,
Two, I'm aware of my surroundings at all times.
there's a few people where I'm like completely like comfortable with in the car where I don't have to worry.
Uh-huh.
And Juan's one of them. I'm like, yo, he'll drive crazy, but I never really feel like I'm in trouble.
Because I have you in my hands. So you know if
I know he's got my back.
You know if I gotta hit the center divider, I'm gonna hit that center divider.
I drive like an old man, so.
No, you do not, fool. You
Nah.
drive like a jackass.
Oh, I am a jackass.
But I'm with it though, because I like the style. Fool.
I only drive an old
Nah, you chilled
I was
out a
also
lot. There was a time that this fool was driving like he was in Fast and
I
Furious.
was
So I'm
saying,
like,
he came from the Fast and Furious school of driving. Fool.
Because I had a brand new car. Now my car's older, dog.
You
no.
still drive like that now.
Now with people in the car. But by myself, yeah, dude, I've been doing like 110 with slick
When
tires.
that's in the car, you be doing it.
Oh, yeah, fuck you guys.
I'll be like, this is high. Fool.
I stay quiet till I'm like, but you could see in my face, I'm not
You're
fucking with
grabbing
it.
onto the thing. That's
I'm
all
like,
I-
B, what are you doing?
I like when he starts going, what are you doing?
You gotta take off on these
Or
ones.
he's like, what's your problem?
See, like Juan, I'll feel safe with you. Will give you shit, but more about like, dig, you missed the exit or turn here.
My dad sketches me out. Fool. Cause this was sketchy. He was a sketchy ass driver. Fool.
Like
This fool tells
Julio's
business.
another fool
I
that,
don't trust Julio for shit.
but not because he's a bad driver, but
He's
because
on his
he's
phone.
honking and flipping people off.
But
He's on
he's
his phone.
super like.
He gets road rage you quick,
But he's
bro.
irresponsible as fuck.
Dude, there was
He will not look at the fucking road sometimes.
with 6 people in the car. Not to mention that fool was spilling my beer.
Oh, we were going to Vegas and he was
I
like,
was pissed.
and he was checking his.
I couldn't sleep because he was checking his fucking Instagram the whole time, and the fucking car kept veering onto the bumps.
I was too tired.
I was like, yeah, yo, is this fool for real right now?
That's why I
son?
got fucked up quick. Cause I
And
was
then I
like,
looked in the front and I just see this fool on his phone. And I was like, is this fool for real?
I didn't want to say shit, but I'm like, yo, no one's really posting shit on the gram at 6 a.m, my guy. But
well, no, why the
That's
fuck?
when I just kept laughing. Every time he hit it from that point on, I just kept
I
laughing.
was tired, dude. So I
I was like, is this fool for real right now?
I had my little quick 6 here, fool.
Nah, but even like right here in the streets, he just be getting like he be honking at people like, "Fuck's wrong with you?" Like Julio's like one of the chillest people,
It's a
but
little road rage beast.
in the behind the
Maybe
car,
that's where he takes out his anger. And
he
maybe that's
flips
why he's
people
calm.
off. He uses his honk. I rarely use my
I
honk,
never-
if ever.
Your
My honk horn honk honk honk.
I use my horn at least 6 or 7 times a day.
You have some honkers on you though.
Facts.
Are they real?
The fool I don't trust at all is Art. fam.
I feel safe with Arthur.
No, you do not, B.
There's only been one time where I didn't feel safe with him, and that's because homeboy had his flat foot, and he was low key sleeping while he was driving. And I was like,
He was in and out of
I
consciousness.
was like,
fam?
yo, I might die though. Bro. But
I don't think we've ever let him drive when we're all in the car.
Has he?
I feel safe when he's driving because I know this fool's gonna get us to where we need to go and quick.
Because usually I drive or Juan drives whenever we go all
That fool
together.
drives off pure instinct though. That's what I like. Man.
He's a little Jedi.
No, is it all instinct, man?
It's whatever feels right, bro. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think.
So very.
This turn feels right.
We've taken a bunch of trips together and we've never let Arthur drive us.
No one trusts him. Man.
He does have 3 totals in his bank. You know what I mean? Like
M3 would have been worth so much money now.
no facts. Well, one Art. Every time we've ever gone with Art, I didn't steal it. She left it here. I'm just grabbing water. You dick.
A little Bruno.
You gotta claim it. I got a little Bruin hat too now.
You've had a little Bruin app
Now this was actual official merch.
with his season ticket holder pins.
Facts. Facts. That fool just switches lane, no check it, nothing, bro.
It's all instinct.
Also, whenever we took in trips, Art usually just got out of work and no one trusts him already.
Oh,
so
I would, fool, but you fools don't trust.
letting him also drive sleep deprived doesn't
I'm
seem.
usually set up of getting the car. So I usually
Usually the
drive there.
car is on your name, yeah.
So that's why I usually drive.
I'm return man, fool, because I get us back quick.
Yeah, and I'm usually fucked up. And I just want to freak people out, so I start opening doors.
And then I open doors as I'm driving.
I consider myself a good driver. I mean, I just get anxiety when
You get excited.
because you fools act up and you like
Ooh.
I don't like open containers in my car. It's just a thing.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And you
yeah.
guys love cracking open beers and shit. I'm like, bro, I just don't feel comfortable.
We're in the desert, is happy.
I don't give a fuck. It's just like
We'll
why do
Gatorade,
something
we'll
else?
get-
I'm in this enclosed space. fool. I feel threatened, fool, so I gotta mellow down my instincts. Fool.
And then you fools just like opening the door. You know what I mean? Like, bro, we're going at like 80 miles per hour.
This fool's going 100. I almost fell off.
Joe was so scared that because we're going downhill, fool. And the more I see in the back, in my rear view that Joe is scared,
I wasn't
I'm
seeing it.
punching it more now, bro. And now I'm starting to chop the wheel, bro.
I wasn't seeing it because it was meant for him, but I was just like, this was laughing, so I'm doing it.
And then I would just chop the wheel, fool. Like, Dick, we're losing control, fool.
But this time around, I don't know.
I'm gonna still do that shit, though.
So that like I get anxiety when
drift down the freeway, fool.
when people act up. That's usually that, and also
I don't think you like driving, period. You like,
uh
I don't mind it. It actually keeps me focused. It makes the thing shorter. When
I
I'm
don't
driving.
mind it. I complain a lot, and I know that bothers people a lot. Like if there's traffic or if there's people, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I just gotta talk shit. But that's just in my nature. I'm gonna talk shit regardless.
Yeah, even if you weren't driving. Why is there traffic? Dog?
Fucking people, dog. But I usually like try to talk shit like with who I'm with instead of like Julio, where I start honking and flipping people off and
Yeah.
screaming at them. Like,
Maybe that's
I've
why
seen
he's
him roll his window down and scream at people,
Maybe
and
that's
I'm
why he's so chill.
I wonder if like one day he'll ever press someone who's like, "Not today, homie."
Most people don't want that smoke. You don't want that smoke.
Somebody's gonna want to though.
She's end up in one of those videos from
Road rage?
Oh, Vinny fucking showed me a video where.
Oh, I thought Vinny got pressed on.
No, Vinny don't honk either.
I'm trying to think if Vinny's a bad driver.
No, he just drives a shitload, so he's gonna.
He drives a lot, but he's not a bad driver. He's
No.
pretty good. I was trying to think of like someone.
Who's a bad driver while you're in it?
No. Well, like who else do I trust?
You're a pussy.
What?
When
Who?
it comes to driving,
Me?
sometimes I'll be like, "Dick, why didn't you jump this lane right here?"
Oh, I choose a lane and I stick to it. I'm not a lane switcher.
I'm like, this was not here just ripping it up. He doesn't tear up the lanes.
No, I play it safe.
That always takes you forever to switch lanes.
The car's heavy. Fool. When I'm by myself, it's different.
Always be like, why is this for taking forever to switch his lane?
When we're stuck in traffic or while we're driving.
While we're driving and in traffic.
I don't know. Like I'm in the school of thought of like it's the same shit. Like people just switch lanes just to feel like they're moving faster, but then it's all the same shit.
Nah, you move faster that way.
Yeah, I don't
When
know.
I pick a lane before I get to work slower. But when I rip it, then we get there faster.
I think you're just busier because your mind's working like
No,
left,
it's not your time.
right. No way. How much time do you save though? 5 minutes, 4 minutes?
6 minutes and a half.
Oh, see what I mean? Like, what's the difference?
That's a big difference, fool.
I could get a fap in. Fool.
That's 10% of an hour, fool. That's 10% of a paid hour, fool.
But when you're going to work, you don't want to get there fast. At least not me, bro. When you get out of work, you gun it. But when
I'm
you
trying to clock in as early as I can because I'm gonna get out at the same time anyway, which means I just get more money for being away.
see, but like another job, say you would start at 10, but they don't give a fuck if you clock in at 9:30. You don't really officially start till 10.
So whenever you clock in, man.
Not all the jobs.
Most. Yeah, every job.
When it's
You
when-
clock
Oh,
in,
no,
but
not my second job.
you could clock in, but not. It doesn't
You're
really.
not supposed to go to your desk.
No, yeah, you clocked in, so they know you're there, but you don't start getting paid till you actually your official start time. So that's why I tell my mom because she's like, "Yo, I got there early, and they made me start work, but they don't pay me till 10." I'm like, "They don't get there early, or stay in your car, listen to the radio, but don't give anyone your fucking time." Because I was like, if you're not officially working, if
you're
something,
clocked in, you're supposed to be getting paid
yeah, not her.
because you're on company time. Right?
There's one of my mom's.
That's why they say don't clock in until your shift starts. That's what they tell you. It's like don't clock in until.
One of my mom's coworkers gives them an hour and a half to 2 hours free every day.
I'm sorry.
She's an old lady.
But she's been doing that shit for years, bro. And I was just like, what's the mentality? Like,
You take care of them, they'll take care of you, I guess.
take care of you what? She still gets paid a minimum wage? She's not like I just don't get. I mean, my mom says it's probably because she doesn't want to be home. Like, she doesn't have a good home life.
Yeah.
So she'd rather be there.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, what do you think's going to happen? Like, they're going to retire you with the gold watch? Like, bro, like, you're working. You're working at a Wiener Schnitzel. There ain't no taking care of you. Like, you're just giving them free time. No, come on. They don't even get Christmas bonuses. They don't get dick. We'll get in a fast food restaurant. Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
Shit,
you're working at a fast food restaurant. What do you think's gonna happen?
We haven't got a bonus.
Like, if every day,
Oh, man.
every day, would you give an hour and a half to 2 hours of your time for someone for free?
To work? No.
I do it every week.
Oh. Facts.
Fabs. I like the Fab City though.
What happened?
Just like, fuck it, we gotta start kicking this podcast, and ram hitting it, huh?
Hit it with a hammer? Or?
We gotta hit the mixer with a hammer, make gold. Fam. Man, parents are weird.
What?
Nah, man, I'm getting to the point where I'm kind of I've never dealt with loss, and I'm kind of like, it feels
Like people are slipping away?
like it's looming. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it might not happen today or tomorrow, but it's coming. Because it comes for everyone. Like, everyone eventually loses people.
It's coming for you?
I mean, fuck it. If it comes for me, I mean, I guess I wouldn't have to deal with it. I'd just be dead. But I just don't know how I'm going to handle it. I don't know if I'm strong enough. I keep thinking about, fuck. Like, I guess just dealing with it emotionally, like dealing with someone, like, because I mean, I've lost people that I know, but it's not like I loved them or cared. Not cared, that's the bad word. I guess just, no, I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but like, now with both my grandparents are sick, and like time is passing, so you know people are getting older and shit. I don't know, man. I've just been thinking about like any second now or any minute now, you know, one of those phone calls is gonna be
So and so died.
so and so has passed, bruh. And I'm just like, how am I gonna react to it? Am I gonna be like one of those fools that just stonewalls everything and just tries to be like macho man? Am I, you know what I mean? Like,
Not you.
am I gonna fucking cry for a bit, or like, am I gonna be extra dramatic and take it hard as fuck? Like,
I usually don't react.
huh?
I usually don't react.
You don't react? Have you lost anyone you actually cared about?
Yeah, I've lost.
By choice?
Have I killed anyone?
No.
I was just saying,
I mean, the facts. Okay, so I didn't make myself clear. Like, I mean, you've lost people because you've chosen to like kick people out of your life,
No, I'm talking.
and
about,
therefore
like,
they're
my
dead to
dad's
you.
My dad doesn't have parents anymore because
So your grandparents died.
Yeah, and then his brothers died.
Your uncle's sick right now,
No, he's not sick. They're just replacing one of his arteries.
huh? Well, I mean that's still dangerous, but
Yeah,
I thought
replacing an
what?
artery.
Because
They're
I
moving
seen
one of
that
his
shit.
arteries from his leg to his heart.
Oh damn, that's out there though. I was just kind of like,
Does
because
that mean one of his legs is smaller than the other one?
That's smaller. It's just it's missing an artery.
I'm like, damn, what about you have one beefy ass leg and one like normal looking leg?
Dean, did you see Saquon Barkley?
But
But I usually just don't react.
I don't know. Well, you're closer to my dad's grandpa, and I mean, I'm not closer to either one, so
See, you always say with some callous, like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't.
I don't care. Like, I've never spent. I was like, what do you mean you don't? Because
You know, to put a G thing.
I was just like, we grew up with them. We visit them every day. Like, I work with them. I see
went
them
there for
every
the free
Saturday. Like, we see them. Like, they used to park the car here. We see them every day. We'd go outside.
Yeah, and I want to remember that version of my grandpa, not the version.
Well, obviously,
now.
yeah. Like, the person that is now is like a shell who he used to be, but it's not like, oh, I don't care. Like,
I don't
like
care.
the way you're like, I don't give a fuck. If it happens, it happens. I'm just like, really, bro?
Yeah, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. There's nothing you could do about it.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
I mean, would you get my grandpa's name tatted on you? Manny,
Nah.
Manny the Mauler?
No, because that wouldn't. Because I don't think that.
And the fool just posted with a fucking chain though, dog. Grills. And a do-rag.
Honestly, because I don't think that would make him happy.
Might make me happy though.
You're just little Manny the Mauler.
This is next because I got no teeth now too.
The fool is Manny the Mauler, boy.
Sure, boxer then. Heavyweight from Manny the Mauler.
Some little Manny the Mauler.
I don't know, man. I don't know how I would deal with it. I think it would hit me hard, but that's mostly because.
You're a pussy.
Is it a pussy to like lose someone?
Yeah, I love my grandpa. That sounds pussy.
I mean, I miss him already because he's obviously not the person I remember. Even my dad kind of likes the new, not like obviously not the new one, but he's just like, he's different now. He's like, dude, he used to not talk. He used to never even say shit like I love you. Like now he's like, he come and hugs them and I love you and shit. And I was like, I wonder if like what
On your death.
if you're on your deathbed or like in your last few years or whatever, and you start appreciating, you
Or he's
see
like
like
Dwight when he gets a concussion, who's just super nice.
right. But I don't know, man. I feel like that shit's looming, and
Yeah.
I'm kind of like preparing for
I
it.
was fucking prepared. I thought he was gonna die like 7 years ago. Remember, he was in and out of the hospital. I didn't think he was gonna make it.
Fuck, even talking about it right now, like it's bumming me out, b.
Did you go visit him today?
Dude, and that's the other thing where I couldn't because I'm like I'm gonna go. I visited him when he was in the hospital. But I didn't get to visit him today. And then the other one's dealing with fucking cancer, but that one I'm not as close to. It'd still be a bummer.
That one's nuts because that fool never drank or smoked in his life.
did nothing but build money and build an empire over there.
For nothing.
But it's like, for what? To leave it to your kids so they could fight?
Yeah.
And I keep thinking, it's like, would I fight eight? Like, would I fight eight? Like, let's say because I don't know, I always put death in my, like, just so my mom were gonna take off. I'm like, yo, what if they died in like an accident getting over there? How would that, like, how would we deal with that impact of losing both my mother and my sister?
Devastated.
I mean, I think we all would.
Yeah, but my dad.
But then how will we move on from that?
You build one day at a time.
You keep it pushing every day.
Yeah, nothing you can do.
Because I just kept imagining me, like, in the funeral. It's like, would I go up and make a speech?
You would
Like,
have to.
like my dad can't.
I
You wouldn't.
would.
You go up and give a speech at my mom and
Yeah,
Giselle's
I-
funeral?
I would.
What would you say?
Rockstar would. No, seriously, just hey, they lived a good life. They took us to. They took two good ones from us. Fam.
We almost made it to the
I would just be like, what's my favorite word? Well, I gotta say it like short.
No. I mean, shit you don't want to fucking put out there. Cause
No. But like, for some reason, that's how my head works all the time. Like,
why the
I
worst
always
thing?
put death on like,
Why not
or
all?
like how I would deal with death. I guess because it's never happened to me, so I always
No, it's never.
have to put myself in that situation. Like, how would I, like, I always think like let's say my mom and dad take off to the superior, take off the car, and they get tragically, killed.
Yeah.
Like, so that's how you become a superhero. Like, both your parents are dead, so, like, you know what I mean? Nah, well, I would think like, because my dad always tells me this shit too, or my mom too.
What?
They always tell me, like, because they're worried about me, because, you know what I mean? Because I'm living that fucking ectoplastic lifestyle, you know what I mean?
We're living shit life. Like I would be fine. I could.
They always tell me, what are you going to do if we die right now? Like, if we die today,
How would
what
you
is your
support
next, like,
yourself?
what's your next step?
They're trying to prepare you for as a 30-year-old. So.
And I was like, sell all your belongings? I don't fucking know. Like, what would I do, bro?
Living.
Sell it belong. It's what it owns.
I mean, it's my uncle until we were 18. But the minute I turned 18, I'm the de facto leader of this operation. They didn't trust Agent with it.
It's whatever the will says.
No, the will says me.
I'm saying it's whatever the will says.
The will says me because they said Agent was that he couldn't deal with it.
No, I'm gonna keep it off. Kick you out. You pay your fucking monthly rent, dog. No more free rides, man.
They said Agent can't handle that he can't handle the pressure, that he would crack. No, I'm kidding.
I always go for the pigs.
If both my parents died,
Yeah,
just so I mean,
shit would be fine. I'm working. I make enough to keep us all alive.
first of all, I don't need you to keep me alive.
I mean,
You kind of do.
Nah,
You kind of do.
no, because that means Plan A worked. Now I just gotta go to Plan B. I got to kill 2 more. Fool. And then we collect the whole million, fool. And then we just cruising through life. Fool.
you'll get like 100 from me.
Cause if you die, I get 100K, right?
Yeah, you're the only person I knew their social too. So I was like,
You didn't know my social.
well, I asked you for it because I signed up. For
Who else would you give the money to, Dick? This fool right here, so he could piss it away on drinks, fool?
Hey, at least he lived
and
a good life.
lose more woman. Fool?
There's nothing wrong with that, though. Fool.
Hey, I give this fool a hell of a funeral. Fool.
That's facts.
We
Fool.
have live betting for at the funeral. Fool.
He died the only way he knew how to live. Fool.
Hey, we'll bet on what color suit he's wearing.
But Stacy, nigga.
Yeah, that's the next bet. Fool. Designer, fool, guess, put your bet in. Fool. And then whoever gambles the best at the funeral wins all the money. Fool.
You take the pot.
That's how we decide who gets Adrian's money. Fool.
Take the pot. Fool.
Tiebreaker, fool, one-on-one basketball game. Fool. You have to be able to hoop, fool, because Adrian was a hooper. Fool.
What's your street smarts looking like, boy?
Facts, fool.
No, because the reason I brought up is how we would deal with it. I'm just like,
You'll be fucking destroyed, fool. But
facts. No, I'm not talking about emotionally. I'm talking about like
financially,
because like you see so many families deal with
If it's in
people
a will,
fighting over the
then
will.
you
Like,
can't.
but it doesn't matter if the will says this fool gets
we're
that.
gonna be bitter.
Other people get shitty about it
You're
though.
gonna be bitter. Like if you
Like
get
I
more,
see it with my uncles already. Like
Yeah.
like
That's
my dad told my grandparents like I don't want
Well,
shit.
they don't have shit.
But what you do have, or even the stuff in Mexico, is like I don't want anything.
Well, our house is our house. we
Like,
have it.
yeah, like, but you know what I mean? And like other people got shitty, or people felt like they got fucked, or you know what I mean? And I was just like, bro, like, first of all, it's Mexico, dog. They don't bring the best. They don't have the best.
Yeah. Something.
No,
It's something you didn't work for.
I was trying to make a Trump joke. No, I was just like,
People get shitty over money, dog.
yeah, like what, like
Dude, the times me and you fought, it's mostly been about money.
not really. I feel like either I was being inconsiderate or
About
you were
money.
being inconsiderate.
Yeah, about money.
About people's time. I mean money too, but it was just more of like
Or you're being considerate of someone else's money.
that, or just like even yesterday, I was taking a shower, but I was like pissed off for the day, and you walked in to take a piss, and you were hyped. I got a touchdown, dog. I'm like, yeah, who gives a shit?
I kind of touched.
I was just like, I even told Juana, yo, I was kind of shitty to Ajo, and he got home all hype. Since I'm fucking starving,
last week I didn't catch a fuck. I didn't even get a look.
I was having a
This
bad
week
day, so I was like, I don't give a fuck if you caught a touchdown, dog.
I caught 4
Come on,
balls.
man, shit
I
on
got
your
a
parade.
sack. And I mean, I should have gotten an interception, fool, but I should slip through my hands. So I was happy. I got a bunch of beers. They give you a picture of beer. I was like, no wonder these fools like to go to the bar after. If you play the game, they give you a picture of beer. Went, have me a beer, then get the fuck out of there. Because I was like, I'm sweaty.
And Steph?
And Sandy. I was Sandy because, like, you know me, if I'm a little bit dramatic, if I was diving and shit.
You gotta dive.
I dove a shit little time. Like,
If you ain't looking picture perfect, what are you doing?
so much so that there's a bunch of sand on my face. When I got the
At least
sack,
you don't
I
play
dove.
like a remember Rosarito? I said it, man, like a white person.
What?
But the sand's full of glass, so I'm just like, imagine playing there.
I
Your
play with
feet will get all
socks.
cut up and shit.
We have like
Wait, you play with socks?
Sansa. She bought it, or my girlfriend bought a Sansa
Like body gloves?
for your feet.
No, I know. I'm just
I don't
like,
play with
what?
gloves. I don't ever need gloves for these fucking hands. I got the best hands. in the
That's why you
league.
keep dropping passes, boy.
No, I didn't drop the pass. Yeah.
That's why you didn't get the pig for a slip through your hands.
Yeah. I undercut it. I was like, I got this shit.
But do you think, all right,
Okay.
well, I was trying to get, my parents die. Do you
Uh-huh.
think me, you, and Giselle get shitty about money?
At this age, no, because
'Cause,
we
like-
don't need each other. Just so I'll still push each other to go back to college, and whatever she needs, I'll help her out with.
No, well, I mean, I wouldn't let her drop out either. Like,
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean?
Like,
Like,
I would force you to get a job because there's no fucking way I'm paying the whole thing by myself.
I'd get a job immediately.
Immediately.
All right, like in a month.
I'm grieving, dog. Give me another year, dog. This one knows. One saying yes, of course.
No,
You still wouldn't get a job.
no,
Probably not.
I would.
You'd see how far
Adrian will fucking
it
laugh.
would go.
Fuck no, I wouldn't put that on him. Like,
You would though. You are now.
I wouldn't put that on him.
You are now. So why? What would change?
The business is taking off,
You
though.
are who
My
you
God,
are.
Yeah.
But even now, though, it's taking off. You don't like contributing money. So
I get shitty about money for some reason.
Because you're a piece of shit.
Yeah,
You're
sh-
greedy.
Everyone thought I was greedy, but I'm like the most giving person it is. Like, I don't give a fuck.
My mom's like,
Well,
hey,
'cause the thing is that you complain about doing it, which
Yeah.
makes people think that you don't want to do it or that you don't like to do it. But that's just because you're a Serrano and you love to complain.
You have to be. I want my credit.
Now that I'm
I
making-
buy you a
now
beer,
that-
you buy me a beer. That's it. That's all I have. So.
you hear that, Joe?
Buying him a beer. Oh, shit, I'm making that for buy me a beer tomorrow at the game.
Oh, tomorrow. I was like, when's the game? Now that my business is making money, when I got making money, motherfuckers is hitting me up for bills, and I kind of not that I get shitty about it, but I'm just like, damn, dog. But then I gotta remind myself, like, oh, I'm 28. Like, are you really gonna bitch about like having to give up money for bills and shit?
You owe them. You're backed up on bills you should have been paying.
I'm back on kegs of beer from this food hub.
Well, I'm just talking
I don't know
about
anyone
friends.
beers because I've never no one's ever had bought me a beer.
Never handed you a beer in your life.
Nah, I don't drink beer, so I'm like, you could say food for sure. I fucking owe a lot of people a lot of food.
Honestly.
Oh, Dude, now that I'm making money, even Juan forgot his wallet. Yesterday, I was like, damn, me debes uno,
Bro,
bro.
it's just like this was cool to There's no way he got his wallet, but I'm like, I fuck with the most.
That's why I told him take me to the ATM right quick. Fool.
He didn't want to. He didn't want
some
to.
cash because the bar I went to doesn't card anyway, so it doesn't matter. I just need a cash on me.
He's like,
And then plus the homie stole me some drinks too, so I was like, I didn't need that much. But yeah, I forgot my wallet. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck?
I took Nestor's wallet the other day.
He just started. He just started laughing, and then I'm like, "Fuck is this fool laughing?" I thought he was laughing because like we got the wrong bill or something. Like, oh, they charged us $5 or something.
And then I started laughing.
Dude, the running joke, even with my girlfriend, it's like they got busted in Aston. I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, I forgot my card.
Get the fuck.
I swear.
Why are you putting my name out there like that? I forgot my wallet once. It's not like it happened
like a week, B.
How many times did it happen for reals? It will happen one time, and I haven't fucking lived down that goddamn moment.
You never. 3 things you never leave your house. Nigga, your balls, nigga, your wallet, and your phone. That's it. Bro.
I thought you were gonna say your keys. How you gonna drive?
But it's because it's you, though.
I usually drive.
People think everything's calculated with me. Like I would leave my wallet.
Because of your anxiety, you're like super self-conscious that like
everything.
You check. How many times do you check your phone? For you to forget your phone is like, how'd you forget it? For you to forget your wallet is like, how'd you forget it?
Yo,
that's why it's like, how did you just casually forget this time?
I walk around and I'm checking my phone and wallet constantly, and keys sometimes if I'm driving.
Yeah, I know, because you're crazy. That's why everyone's like, how did you...
I got OCD where I'm just like, I'm always tapping the back to see if I still have it in my phone.
Only when I'm in a crowd, because I always think people are going to steal it.
No, because there's no real pickpockets out here. Plus, it's not like...
Well, I'm picking people's wallets. Hey, the one I still came
out.
And then that time it happened like twice in like a week. Bro.
Yeah, because I don't know what the fuck. We kept going
and we were like, again, bro.
But a lot of it has to do with like, I just switched pants.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I leave my wallet next to my bed for the same reason. I just like to get up and go. This is heat. You got 10 seconds to get out of your house.
Then again, it was probably also when I had real money trouble. I remember like I didn't have a phone for 3-4 months and shit, but that's because I couldn't even pay $30. So I mean, I get it, but it's not like it was a thing where like I was legitly forgetting my wallet, like on purpose.
I wouldn't put it past you.
Fuck you.
No one would.
No, I wouldn't put it past you.
Like, that's this food style.
If one forgets something, I know we forgot. So I'm like, go get me next time. It's all good. But if you forget,
it's all good, baby.
Like,
I constantly just tell you, hey, I forgot my wallet, and you're like, you piece of shit. But I have it.
Yeah, but you know that's gonna hurt you.
Yeah, it's like a lot of it's just.
That's you testing the water to see if this fool's gonna pay for the meal.
He knows I'm gonna pay. Well, I'm gonna get embarrassed. They're gonna know. Oh, this fool don't got.
No, but he's gauging whether he's gonna have to pay or not. Depending on what your reaction is.
If I'm in a good mood, I'll pay. I mean, most of the time I'll pay.
Well, that's what he's testing. It's you gotta gauge it. What's the temperature like right now?
I fucking put the tip in, in the butthole.
Is it ready to go or not?
Is it warm yet?
You gotta stick the little stick in the cake. Is it fluffy enough, or is it still a little soft?
Nah, yeah, I guess that's something to think about.
People get shitty about money, yeah.
People get shitty about money.
It happens. That's why I tell my parents.
It's all easy.
Write it in the will, from whatever the will is. That's what the will is.
Yeah, what if they don't leave you dick?
They don't leave me dick. What do you want me to
say? You wouldn't get shitty?
I'm a self-made man, though.
Would you get shitty about it though?
I wouldn't.
No, there's nothing you could do.
Their will is their will. Like
they spent their life working to make whatever they made, and it's their choice to decide who they're gonna leave it to. They might leave it to someone not because they love them more, not because they cared about them more, but because they think they need it more. Then that's what they think.
I mean, our family, they're probably gonna
the thing that most people read into it is that like, oh, they left it to this person because they love them the most.
That was their favorite.
But honestly, sometimes they leave it to someone who they think needs it the most. They're like, if I don't leave it to
the fuck out of here.
You need the most help
right now.
You've always loved.
Catch me in 6 months when I'm kicking it with Jeff Bezos out of a fucking island in the Bahamas. Like, who's that fat nigga kicking it with Jeff Bezos? Who's gonna be me?
You're always the nigga that makes a big stink about himself, and then you need help, and then you throw your little faces out there.
Like, they come with me though.
Help me though.
Like when we don't like.
Oh, how am I gonna do this by myself?
Yeah, like,
I just don't like doing shit by myself. That's different.
Which means you need help.
Yeah.
I just need someone to talk to. Like sometimes I just don't like being at places by myself.
Why? I never understood that.
Because that's how my mom is. My mom can't go to the store by
true.
herself.
I like going by myself. You get whatever you're in, you're out. Boom, boom, boom. You don't have to worry about shit.
Like
Shit, I saw Han Solo by myself. So that shit was hype.
you didn't invite me.
No.
There's a group of times where it's like, yo, B, I saw this
he
one.
has
Like,
to come
bro,
and pick you up and then take you, dog. And then you're gonna be like, take the parking, dog. We're not finding any
And I went to
parking.
Burbank too to watch it. Son.
Oof,
I
lazy.
saw that shit in the Dolby by myself. Chill.
I've been having passions for like I could have picked up the tab.
But what would you have though?
And I just whipped out there in the little rental. Fool. I kicked it. Fool.
See, I thought you went with a girl. That's why I'm like, oh, like that's different. But if you went by yourself,
Most of the time I watch movies by myself now because I don't really like going with people. Fool. And I'll go with Arthur. Those are like I either see it by myself or with Arthur.
I stopped getting the invite, so I was just like, damn, like that. So I could pick up my own tab.
Well, it's not that. It's that me and Arthur's cars only fit 2 people.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't even mind driving.
That's what you say, dog. But then you get there, you're like,
And then the last time also you were sick, so we were like, why go get sick with this?
why would you get them?
Was I sick?
Yeah.
Oh.
The last time, yeah.
You mean like Thor Ragnarok?
I don't know if I think it was Avengers.
Facts.
That's the last movie I saw with Art. Was Avengers. Then I saw Han Solo on my own.
When you fools went, I was like, I'm about to fucking ruin it for everyone. Everyone dies.
Yesterday night, I was gonna go to the movies till they were like, and in the morning I woke up. I was like, oh, I'm going to the movies tonight.
To watch what?
Then plans change.
To watch what?
Jurassic?
No.
Incredibles.
Oh, you should go see that. That's really good.
It was gonna be Deadpool or The Incredibles. That's what it was gonna be.
Nah, not Deadpool. Incredibles is awesome.
You don't like Deadpool, so I don't trust you.
It's a good movie, though.
You like Deadpool?
It's better than Han Solo.
Apparently, Kanye stopped working on his album to go see that shit 2 times. Like in the middle of his like production and like ramping up to the the last few. He loved it that much. I was like, damn, that shit's not that good.
Well, it's better than Han.
Then Han Solo?
Mm-hmm.
You're fucking on crack.
Han Solo wasn't that good.
Han Solo's a 6.
Look, I'm not telling you that fucking Han Solo was a great movie, but it wasn't shit. It wasn't as bad as
it was.
But that's how that's how I felt about Deadpool. I think it had his moments, but it was lukewarm at best.
You didn't like the first one, so we can't trust you.
The first one was
I feel like it's a basic ass comedy, bro. Like I can't remember the last comedy that was fucking like flat out funny. I think like Hangover 1, like watching that shit in the movie theater with people the first time.
Ted 1, dude.
The first Ted 2 where like the whole theater's just dying. Like now there's like I saw Game Night where people said was like funny. It was like it's like entertaining movie, but it's not like it doesn't have like fucking flat out funny moments. But I remember Hangover 1. I remember watching that shit. Like we went opening night though, but because it was just had a good buzz, and that shit was it was like an experience. I never felt that shit before. Where it's like or Superbad. I remember that happening, but then like that one was already like
buzz.
Well, there was not buzz, but it's like we were leaving college, like high school. They were going into college, so it was like for our like it was like for our demo. But I meant like a comedy that's like I don't know, like I guess like a comedy classic. There hasn't been one in a long time.
I don't mind going places by myself.
I don't either.
I think I just don't like doing mundane shit by myself. I can. I've done it. I'll do it.
I love going to the gym by yourself. Get your workout in.
Like, but even if I go to the gym with you, I'd rather go. Like, once we get there, I'll let you go do your thing, and I'd rather do my own thing.
Oh yeah, because you can't keep up.
Okay.
You're screwed.
Facts though, fool.
You see a fucking little behemoth, the little fuck.
This fool's a little freak, fool.
I just the whole time I keep thinking this was about to like pull something, and then that's it.
I'm done.
He's done. His back gives out again.
Can we go fix it?
And I gotta come home and tell my mom he did it again.
He's back at it.
Then you just take a hammer to it.
Just gotta take a hammer to shit.
I am whatever you say I am.
Yo, this just been rambling. So this is death taking Hammer to cars.
It's your brain, your scatterbrain.
This was dick crazy.
I mean, this is like the last few days. This is what I've been dealing with.
It's dick crazy.
Mostly because my mom's not here, so I've just been kicking it with my dad. Because this is days off, so tomorrow I'll start working. So
Yeah.
I'll basically, I was gonna be here by myself, so this is gonna be a fucking just
Just
2 week
oh.
fucking fat fest. But now just us here, so now we can't.
Can't little fat. Huh? Well, you fools have a truck now, so you fools could go.
At least you have a whip, so you know what I mean. We're trying to get the business going.
What's up?
Your little business?
I mean, it's been going okay. But it's like you always wanted to do more. You always want to do better.
Nature, dog.
You know what I mean? It's like you're at this level, but you want to always jump to the next. Why? Like it's my thing where I get to a place and I'm always like, why didn't I start this earlier? I'd be like like if I would have started this the minute I said fuck this job, or if I would have done this since college,
You would have, yeah.
This would have, yeah. I would have been like 5 years into this. I would have probably taken a job and had to quit it to start like to do this full time, instead of not being able to get a job or not wanting to get a job and doing this full time at a necessity.
Yeah.
Because I actually like doing this shit. The thing that sucks is like the consistency. Like now I'm learning like where to go get shit, like where to source, how to like get cheaper postage, all this, you know what I mean? But now it's just about getting consistent sales. But yeah, I mean I guess any money coming in is better than no money coming in. So that's the difference. But I'm doing okay. I mean, I just wish.
Do you think you can eventually sustain yourself?
With some time, yeah, I think we could get there. I mean, where we're at now, I'm making like. There's weeks where I make like what I would make at a full-time job, and there's week where I make what I would make at a part-time job. So like, there's weeks I can make $300, and there's a gangbusters weeks where I can make $500. You know what I mean? And it's about like finding good stuff through the week to list, and then there has been weeks where it's super down, and it's like $150.
But that's $500 profit or $500 in sales.
$500 in my bank account. That's all I can.
Sales, not in.
So sales.
Sales, yeah. Profit, it's more like for 420. You know, after postage and whatever the fuck you pay
it's
for
like
it.
$80 in costs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then I guess time and gas and shit like take away another chunk. But yeah.
Just because I'm saying like.
No, yeah. Like have like the math of it. Like, are you making real actual money, like sustainable money?
Like, what I'm trying to ask is like, have you done the
math, the big
analysis of like, is this worth doing to like sustain yourself?
I mean, I'll tell you this: I paid off a full credit card and then gave another 1,000 on another one, and this is my 3 months in, and I'm just saying.
Could you live on your own doing this? Is what I'm trying to ask you.
No.
Because that's where like
most of it. Well, I mean, I'm 3 months in, and like it's still inconsistent.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, have you done the math where it's like I'm making this much, which means I'm pulling in this a month, which means I could live this way?
No, not yet. But that has to. I mean, maybe I'm fucking fooling myself. I think that it has to do with the inconsistency of like up and down seasons. Like I still haven't had a full
go at it.
No, not go at it. I still don't. Like I had a fucking terrible week the end of June.
Yeah.
Like I went a full week with like 2 sales. So I made like $30. But then the next week I had the best week of since I started doing this shit, where I had like $1,000 of sales in a week. So I still don't know when like the ups and like, you know how like there's like I know everyone says like if you do online shit, wait till fucking like Christmas time, like You're gonna be stupid busy. Um, but my I don't. But you know, so we'll see how that. I don't know if I'm gonna even be doing that shit this far. I don't know. Like to me, I enjoy it. I like it. It's keeping me busy. It like I get to make my own hours, but like I'm not hitting the roadblock because I'm 3 months in, and this usually where if I was at a job, I would have started like mentally
Mm-hmm.
checking out, and I'm not for this. Like I actually dig it, and I kind of want to like do more. Um, I want to like double like because I always get to a spot where I'm like, okay, I'm making like I made $100. Do I like squirrel it away or I double down and bet on like and go and find other places to invest and bring new shit in and try new shit out. And I keep doubling down and like things have paid off and stuff. And now I kind of want to like go and make other like connections in other places to see if I could get new shit. But like my inventory is like the biggest it's been since we started. I'm constantly getting sale. Like I had no sales in the morning. I have like 5 now. So I had $100 day.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if I would have gone and worked the entry level job, that's pretty much what I would have made. So I mean, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I did it on my own. I mean, the thing is, I did put 8 hours of work because I woke up at 7 and I've been listing shit until you guys pretty much got here. So, I mean, working from home doesn't mean that you're not doing nothing.
You were going to have like a job and this, or you think it'll be too much?
I think I could. I just be like, I wouldn't care about the job. I just care about this.
No, I mean, a job's a job, dude. Man, just don't get fired.
No, I mean, I wouldn't give a shit. Like I always know I could fall back on this.
Oh.
Or I'd just be thinking about like, how can I get this better where I don't have to work for someone else?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I've always thought like working for yourself is better than working for someone else. The only thing is that like there's no security. There's no 401k. There's no health insurance. There's nothing.
Well, like you said, there's no consistent paycheck.
And there's also no consistency. Yeah. Like the thing is like if you work at a job and you work 40 hours, you know what that check gonna look like.
Yeah.
You're like that check's gonna be the same no matter what, unless you do overtime or you called off or something.
Mm-hmm.
And this shit, there's weeks where like I'm also the other thing is like I'm about to start hitting I'm starting a red line in the fucking amount of money I can make without getting charged taxes. Because I think you can make up to $4,000.
Yeah.
But maybe not because a lot of the sales haven't been like some of them have been cash. So I don't know. Maybe I'm like talking shit to the IRS right now. Maybe I'm not gonna fucking snitch on myself. But
I mean, you have like 6 months to go.
no, exactly. And I've already like I'm getting close to it. So eventually I'm gonna have to learn about the online business and paying taxes on your shit because
Which means you're not actually making everything you're making.
no, exactly. Well, yes, and also like no. I mean, I'm gonna have to learn what the fuck having an online business really is. Like,
They send you everything.
huh?
They send you.
Some people do, some people don't. Like,
No, they do.
you have to fit.
eBay,
You have to
they
hit a.
send that.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, but
If you're using some site, they have to send it because they have to use it for theirs.
Yeah. 'Cause
facts.
They get money off of you.
Well, it depends how like you're. If you sell your own belongings and you're not doing it for a profit, while you don't hit the threshold of making more than 4Gs, they're not gonna send you shit.
Yeah, no.
Because it's basically like you had a garage sale. But if you make over a certain amount and you eventually made profits, you're gonna have to pay taxes on it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I like doing it. It's up to now. I guess it's just keeping my head busy. Instead of the hitting, I'm over it in 3 months. I've hit a place where I want to like do more, like, cause I just kind of like I get super OCD about this, and getting it going. And I did it for 2 years with the YouTube channel, but the YouTube channel it didn't lead to shit.
No,
We got a lot of
jumped in the game
subs.
too late.
Huh?
We jumped in the game too late.
Yeah, like YouTube was dying while we jumped on it, and we like jumped on a star that was like burning and about to
Right.
burst.
Man, I had called that shit since
You're right. No,
first got into college.
you and Art begged me to get a YouTube channel. I'm like, bruh, only nerds get YouTube
You
channels.
said it's for hacks.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right.
You
And
know,
the funny thing is that during that time,
a bunch of people got big.
that's when the people who are big got big.
Yeah, no, facts.
That's where the people that are like they're making millions now. That's when they got big.
Yeah. You were able to know, you knew where the puck was going.
That's why.
And I was like, nah, that's what hack motherfuckers do. I was a film school kid. I'm like, we make films over here, boy. None of that digital wag shit, man.
You don't know how to read plays, nigga.
So I got OCD about that, and all I wanted to do was that. And this, I wanna, like, I don't want it to run my life. I want it to like help me get some sort of like money and security. But I wanna like, what good is it to have a job where you work from home, but also not be able to do other shit? Because I'm like, yo, like a year is about to pass, and I haven't written anything, I haven't shot nothing. I haven't like pursued the stuff I want to pursue. So I feel the YouTube channel has fallen from grace.
You also haven't but I'm saying you also haven't done like fun things for yourself out that you've planned yourself. Like that you're like, oh, I want to do this, so I'm gonna go do it.
I haven't done none of that in a long ass
That's what
time.
I'm saying, like
Low key though, for a long time, I keep having this daydream where I tell nobody. I just go to Union Station, get on a mega bus, and go to Vegas. But Vegas isn't even fun for me. I guess I've been wanting to escape without really escaping. I don't know.
because I'm like, because your little business, you are working hard and you do put in work, and it's like I don't know, but like, I don't like. I haven't seen you get a reward out of it, or like, this is what my hard work's paying off.
Bro, I was able to pay off a fucking credit card. To me, that means everything. I'm like, that's one less debt I had. I'm able to.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I'm able to like go to Thai house and pick up a tab and not feel like
I'm drowning.
I'm drowning. Like, dog, after years of feeling like that, it feels great.
No, well, yeah, that's what having an income does.
And I'm like constantly thinking of other ways to like sell shit or like move. Like I'm starting like, bro, like I want to maybe start doing a yard sale a month where like shit that's not moving or just even shit that is moving just to move inventory faster. Like I started feeling like I gotta start hitting like, cause I always like if I get good shit, I always send photos to Julio and stuff, and I send them shit now, but I don't ever press. I stopped trying to press them. I'm like, yo, this is dope. You should buy it. Just because I felt like I'm just like I feel like I'm taking advantage of them. I literally just think it's dope, and I think like, bro, instead of selling it to some fucking whack, some lame ass, you should get it. I'm not even gonna charge you more. Like, just give me what the fuck I paid for it. But I stopped just because I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, why am I gonna just boost up this fool's closet? Because he doesn't even wear t-shirts, so it makes no like. I don't think I've ever seen him with a t-shirt. Yeah, like why make this fool look fly? You know what I mean?
But having a little pop-up shop ain't bad.
I thought of like, you know what I mean? Like having a little yard sale, pressing it on Craigslist, putting it on OfferUp, putting it on Facebook Marketplace. And just moving shit from your house like on a weekend and like moving the dead piles of shit that's like been sitting around. Cause it's not like I'm selling whack shit. It's like all Marvel, Star Wars, like shit that fucking nerds like. Like that's all the shit I'm grabbing and like sports stuff and like brand new shit, golf stuff. So like,
just get a little fucking booth over there, Frankincense.
Nah, but the shit is that's the overhead is crazy on that shit. Cause they're gonna charge you like $100 just to sell shit. Unless you fucking just sneak up and just trying to sell it on the parking lot or something. Which I'm not opposed to, because I'm always been down to do the grimy shit.
Well, I'm just saying, because, like, if you want to sell shit at the prices you are, because, like, obviously you get this wherever you get this.
Yeah.
So you can't go to that place and do what you...
No, yeah.
So you got to flip it. But to me, it's like, your target audience is, like, people with money that don't go to those places. So like to me, it's like you're trying to go to like where the suburbs be at for and sell it to those foods.
Right. Well,
Like I was
Middle
thinking if you go to,
America-
like a little flea market over in those areas, then
Middle America's usually where I buy or sell most of my shit. Like right now, I'll tell you, like my last 3 sales or shit that I haven't even. I'll tell you the shit that I just sold today, and where it's going. Like this one. It's fucking North Carolina.
yeah,
It's all like North Carolina,
Middle America, but yeah,
Rhode Island, Texas, a lot of Texas, a lot of Alabama.
yeah, it's in places where people don't get them.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to. I don't know. I'm like, it's just thoughts of like way to make more income on the side. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Besides of doing what I already gotta do, and then move just shit that has it like to move slower than other stuff. But I don't know. It's just an idea. It's just I got a little scrambled brain, but I do feel like when I started this shit, I like the YouTube has been fucking. It just took a nosedive.
Well, there's been no new content on there besides like the
Pod and even I missed a week of best of. I fucking completely forgot. Like my mind's not, because my mind used to be like YouTube woke up, check subscribe. Like the other day, Jay left the funniest fucking comment.
Well, that's because you had to do that because you were trying to play catch up.
Yeah, man. I still love our YouTube channel. I honestly still want to go back and like do more shit for it and do cool stuff with it. Or I think I just like the being creative, man. Like, to be honest with you, like I just didn't like at first I didn't have money to do stuff now, and then I didn't have the equipment. Then we got the equipment. Then we had now it's just about like now I have everything. There's no reason I can't do anything. Like I could do anything I want. I just have to manage my time properly.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the same thing. It's like I didn't have a gym membership, and I said the minute I have a gym membership, I'm gonna hit it hard. I hit it hard. Then I started taking it for granted, and now I haven't gone in a minute, and now I like feel guilty for not going.
Well, it's because you hit a plateau, and then like it's because you fucking.
I quit.
Not that,
I
it's
quit
not
when
that.
it gets hard.
It's that he gets into a routine, and then he doesn't like breaking out of his routine. But when his routine's not working, he just says "fuck it." Yeah, but he only likes doing the certain things that he likes to do, and that's it.
Yeah.
But it's like you gotta hit a dick. You gotta do shit that makes you uncomfortable in there, fam.
My fucking coworker was like, "Damn, dog, you always come with." I would throw a button down and long sleeve, and then on casual Fridays, you with a super tight shirt. Like, damn, you're big now. I was like, "Big how?" I was like, "You can tell your shoulders are bigger." I was like, "Yeah, dog." I'm like, "I've always been. I'm just fat as fuck. I like to eat."
I just want to go over there and start acting like a maniac for like a Tasmanian devil where you just keep spinning and you're like, no one can stop me.
That's the biggest part. That's since I stopped going to the gym, is the shoulders got smaller.
You never had shoulders, bro.
Oh, I had it. So
Nah, but like for weeks I've been telling Agent like, dog, I'm sorry for not going to the gym. Like I want to get to a place. Because it's like you wake up and you got to take packages you sold the night. Like pack up whatever you sold that over the night. Take them, come back, list, shoot out emails, check your... Like, no, today I asked yourself for a favor. I did a favor for her. Then I got home and I'm like, Giselle, I'm going to have to ask you to like help me out. A little tab back already. List some things for me on eBay while I'm listing this shit on this other site.
Yeah.
And she did it for like a solid hour. And I told her, look, just so the major you're grabbing or you're getting, you know you're going to end up in an office job. The thing you just did for the last hour, did you like it? She's like, well, it was easy, but it's kind of boring. And I'm like, listing, doing repetitive work, that's what an office job is. Like, it's just like, instead of eBay, it's spreadsheets. Like, if you already think this isn't dope, like this isn't what you want to do for the rest of your life, then maybe you should switch up your major.
To what? She
I
doesn't
don't
like math. She doesn't want to do anything else.
Well, I don't know. I
To
mean,
her,
But it also depends on what company you work for.
Yeah, I'm like, to her, just getting a good internship, the shit we fucked up in. She gets a good internship, if she gets a dope job off the bat, then you don't have to worry about.
well, I mean, obviously, it's like get there, make connections, talk to people, make friends.
No, but if you work for a company that you feel is a good company and they do good work,
Yeah, you won't
then
get
yeah,
burned.
you're doing like a numbing job, but you're like, I'm helping keep this company going, and this company does good for people. So
Yeah,
fuck
but
it.
I'm just talking about like repetitive motion is all an office job is. It's like spreadsheets, plugging shit in, Excel, printing out sheets, like filling out paperwork, filing it. That's all it's gonna be. Like that shit, that job never changes.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it wasn't like a dig at it. I wasn't trying to like convince her not to. I'm just telling her like this is what it's gonna be like.
What
This
other
is
job is there?
no. I mean, yeah, I guess so. I
Work
mean,
as a barista. Actually, they make bank or work as a fucking.
a fucking idiot that sells shirts out of his fucking out of his fucking garage.
Work is work, dude.
His parents'
They're
garage.
they're paying you for a reason, dog. If it was fun, they wouldn't pay you. Like they don't have to pay me to go to a concert. I like going to a concert.
Some people get paid to go to concerts.
Yeah, and some people do get paid.
This was got me thinking. I don't know, man. I do gotta do something for myself, man.
Yeah,
Well, I'm just saying, cause like, what's the point of doing this if you still can't sustain yourself and you still can't do something for yourself?
I mean,
Then you're literally just wasting time. That's what I'm trying to get you to think of. Like, am I working to make this become something, or am I just wasting my time, avoiding to like grow up still?
Well,
Because there's a difference between like I'm taking steps to grow up and do something, or I'm just bullshitting right now, but I'm making some money at it. Like, is this a lemonade stand, or are you actually trying to fucking do something?
do delivery, dog.
Because there's a difference.
true. I mean, I guess this is like if it plateaus and then like I just I can't like next month if I can't pay my credit card bill, then yeah, it was all a waste of time. If I can still make another payment and I could still pay my bills that I'm now paying in the house, and I'm still being able to go out and eat, and I'm still like now starting to resemble a normal life like an actual adult, then yeah, okay, it's getting somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in more debt and
But there's a difference between like, how do I say this? Like you're making some change, or like you're actually making some money.
Yeah,
well, yeah, but I'm not selling crack. Like none of this shit's
Because
gonna
it's
move
like-
quick.
Because niggas at McDonald's make money. Niggas at McDonald's can pay off credit cards.
No,
Is what I'm trying to say. Like, is this something where it can be a career, or is this just some shit you're doing? That's what I mean by a lemonade stand. Cause
True.
like working at McDonald's, you could do all that, but you're not really like working towards doing anything really.
right. That's a good question. What I'm hoping is that this gets built to something else,
Mm-hmm.
like an actual sustainable job,
Mm-hmm.
where like you do this for a living.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like we started off we started off working off of that. Now we have a full rack and boxes, and like if I continue to see it grow and be like more successful by the day, let's see how far I can take it.
Mm-hmm.
If it plateaus and it just flatlines, I think unlike other shit in my life, I'm ready to hit the ejecto seat because I don't want to keep wasting more time.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I see that like, oh, it's plateaued, I'm not gonna be making real actual money from this, or like this isn't gonna grow to anything bigger.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay with just like dumping it and like walking away.
Yeah, because my next question was like, does this mean you've put a wrap on like being a professional like filmmaker, creative?
No, like this. That's what I was trying to get at. Like the thing before, I'm like, now that this is going, I want to continue to grow this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, what's the point of being able to work from home and
You can't do the shit you want to do.
and also like, yeah, if you can't like balance your time, like instead of having to drive to work, those 2 hours you would waste or the hour, do 2 hours, like give yourself 2 hours or take 2 hours out of your day, which is what you would be stuck in traffic to do something creative, to do something for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Gym.
Or the gym, or you know what I mean?
Cook.
Learning how to cook. Honestly, like since we got the grill, then I've been grilling outside. Like I've enjoyed that. Like I've enjoyed learning how to like grill and cook and like learn new, like low key, like when my mom's cooking now, I just go outside and like get the like, so how do you make this? And like have her teach me step by step just to learn, like, and like I get a kick out of it. And like I could, and then I try to do it, and then she's like, okay, like, and then she'll be like, no, like this is, don't do this, you do it that way, and yeah, but I definitely want to see where this goes, and then I want to do more creative shit because I don't like if I mean it would suck if the dream's dead, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think it is. I think the dream always lives inside you, but it's like obviously the older you get, the less experience you have than everyone else. It becomes you less hungry and shit. Like you gotta be realistic and like stop being those people who like are hella old and still feel like they're gonna make it. But it's like I'm in a better place than I ever was or have been in a long time. I don't know, man. I do want to see where this shit goes. I want to see me do more creative shit. I fucking talked to Roman about writing shit. I haven't gotten back to him. Fucking, it sucks though because I know that like I'm the one who ruins shit like that. Like, hey, someone wants to write shit with me, and like that's some shit I would enjoy doing. But as soon as they leave, I'm back to my like I gotta move this shit. I gotta check this shit. I gotta pack this shit. But it's like I'm the one who gets OCD about it because I feel like, hey, something's going good for you. You don't want to fuck this up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, bro, it takes nothing. Pack it, weigh it, and then move on. And like, you could clean your mind from that shit. But like, I don't know why my mind it stays on it for so long just because I guess it's like, it feels like a lifeline you don't want to let go. So you just don't want to fuck it up.
Because to me, it's like, I don't know. If that's still your dream, then like, you're investing all this time into this. It feels like wouldn't a 9 to 5 just be easier? If this is simply just to support your dream.
No, I enjoy this shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is how my dad started. He started his own business.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he did. I eventually would rather have my own business than to work for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, like, even if you don't have a fucking safety net, I always feel like, why make someone else money when you can make your own money? That's why I'm always trying to like now. It's like look for more avenues, look for more money, and I don't want to become one of those dudes who start like selling fucking life insurance to spics and shit. Because I'm like, you could get real grimy about looking for dollars out here. Because like, there's money to be made in these streets or in the internet or wherever.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a grimy way to do it and there's a legit way to do it. And like, I don't know. I kind of like, I started with a thing and I know I can evolve and like do other things on the side. And like, I think that's where I'm heading. Like, besides this, I'm going to start maybe doing yard sales to like get rid of old inventory. I'm going to start like, this last weekend, I already wanted to go to downtown and start getting like, well, why am I buying from this person when I could cut off the middleman and start getting from their supplier? You know what I mean? Like start getting like that connections, those type of connections. I don't know, like, but then again, I'm like, am I moving too quick? Am I dreaming too big? I don't know.
Because, I don't know, like, the older I get, the more I start thinking of, can this help me sustain this everything that I want in the future? Can this help me do this in the future? Like what I'm doing now, can I have a family and be able to support my family doing this? By doing this, can I go buy this house and be able to afford my house doing this? Can I do this? Those are the thoughts that I'm having now.
For real.
So I'm just wondering if like
I just think as long as I'm not too tired to do what I want to do, I'm cool, dude. I'm a simple man though.
you don't think about the future?
I mean, I make pretty good money compared to most people, so I'm in an okay spot. Would I wish I would make more? Yeah, but
Man, the thing is, like, dreams change, man. In my dream of dreams, it's not even to make my first movie. Like, in my dream of dreams is to, like, get this where I can catch up to you guys. Like, get this thing big enough where I could catch up to you guys. Yeah. And then be able to get that house we all talked about, like, getting together. Where my shit is steady enough, and I'm making it, it's like, bruh, like, let's get this house. Let me just take the garage because that's where I'm going to move that business to. And, like, if we can just get a fucking house and we could all buy it.
don't you think we're too old for that now? We should have done that when we were all
Why would we? How old do you want to? Like,
Young.
do you want to be
We're
a
still in our
twin?
late 20s.
Do you want to?
Like, I'm gonna be like Friday Night Lights. Do you feel 17?
How
You know
old?
No, dude.
You know how hard it is for someone in their mid-20s to have a house?
Oh no, dude. People look at like, well, I'm an asshole because who the fuck was asking me for?
No. I want to go back
fucking
so quick.
life?
Why do you think we're too old to do that?
I mean,
Like, do you think you're in the stage where you?
I don't plan on getting. I I'm in a good relationship. I don't plan on marrying that chick anytime soon. But I'm like,
Oh, I thought I said at all.
no. I mean, maybe. No, but I'm just like.
But
I
you
mean,
wouldn't.
my dream of us three, or I mean, just us living together. I'm like, are we gonna be those assholes that are like partying?
But I'm not trying to get a house to party. Like, my
Yeah,
party
bro.
days are over. I don't give a fuck about that.
I still like the party.
I still like to party too. Because you don't get it. I do. I mean, I don't mind my.
I just know that by myself, I'll never buy a house.
I could. Just gotta get a better job.
Yeah, in the dream of dreams, you have a better
I could,
job.
but
Yeah.
not in LA.
Oh yeah, exactly. I almost drive an hour and a half.
I don't mind moving though, out of state.
Out of state, yeah, to the cool state. Go Hawaii.
Home is where the heart makes it.
The other day, I was thinking, do you think women make homes?
Yeah, definitely.
It's like, this is a house, and it feels like a house with dudes, like with my dad, you, just so this is a house. But my mom makes it a home.
Yeah.
There's a difference between when there's a woman here,
Yeah.
and then when it's not.
Facts.
Yeah.
My mom hasn't been at our house for 2 weeks because she's visiting her mom in Mexico, and it doesn't feel like a
It's
house.
just like a place where you go to sleep.
It feels like it's a place where I go to sleep, and
It feels like a house, but it doesn't feel like a home.
yeah. Then I was like, oh, this is what it feels like when I'm. This is what it would feel like if I was living alone.
Yeah.
Like I'd literally go home, watch TV on my own, go to sleep, wake up, and go to work and come back, and I'd just be doing that. And I was like, oh yeah, this shit's not that cool.
No. And I feel like,
I was like, damn, I actually do miss my mom. Like I miss talking to her every day. And I only talk to her for like 10 minutes, and that's when she's either
cooking for you or
she's either making
serving your breakfast.
she's making my lunch, and I'm waiting up there with her and talking.
Same shit.
Yeah.
I'm usually just talking to my mom for like, and then as she gets out there, because she's a jealous fuck.
But I'm like, damn, I actually do miss that, like that little time I have with her every day.
I think that's what my pops did. I mean, I didn't even want a beer, but I was just having a beer with my dad because I was just telling him about my weekend. He was just laughing at myself because I went to a white trash party and I was like, "You're lying." I was showing him pictures. And he's like, "This is hilarious." And then he was telling me about his adventure.
That's the difference. It's like, I almost quit on him.
Because you wanted to cut the tree too, but you're like,
Nah, he said he wanted to cut the tree today. I'm like, if he's up by the time I get up, that means it's happening. Motherfucker didn't wake up till like 11:30. That fool was dog shit tired.
nobody can sustain 6 hours a day.
He's 57, bro. That's why he. Well, we didn't even talk about the story about taking my fucking dad to the dealership. We'll wait till Arthur gets here.
I mean, I think to me it's normal because that's happened more than once.
Yeah, that's true.
But
But like his reasoning of like his next 5 years or his last years is God honest truth. He'll be 62 by then. So if he's gonna ever buy one more,
He's not done because he doesn't have enough to retire.
No.
And he's not gonna make enough to retire in 5 years because it's not like he's been putting into the Social Security for a minute. But
Yeah.
Yeah, but shit money.
Not monster money, no. But we're hoping the t-shirt business takes out.
That's the thing, though. I'm like, you could be working a part-time job, even as like a security guard, and then doing this, and then.
Then when do you go get merch? When do you ship shit out?
You work at night. You're a bartender.
You work at night, no, but you gotta be up all day. You gotta talk to customers. You gotta deal with customers. You gotta go to the post office. You gotta it's like having a store without having a store.
No, I understand, but it's like at the end of the day, if it's not making you, if you're not making $2,000 profit a month, like it's not worth it. That's what you make with a $15 job. Oh, yeah, give or take.
yeah, a little bit more, but yeah, give or take.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you gotta get it there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't.
But
It's
that's what I was asking
Yeah,
about
but
the
I'm
numbers.
just like, okay, let's say that
Yeah.
just never takes off.
Oh, no.
In the fucking workforce, you're gonna be the 30-year-old like with no work experience
That's true.
in anything.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just fine. You just have to start late. So a lot of motherfuckers start late.
my shit is like I'm cool with putting I'm cool with pulling the ejecto seat on this if it's not working. Like if it plateaus.
What's gonna change though? Because before this, you were not doing much or anything.
Exactly. That's why
A lot of times, I didn't think you were actually looking for a job. If we're being honest.
I was, and it just. I mean, sometimes I was still throwing an application. I'll still look once in a while. You know, I'll put dip my toe in there, and I'll still apply to things. But I mean, it's just a bunch of the same shit. So I mean, now I guess if I get a job, I'd be more like, how do I continue to do this? No. I gotta ask for Tuesday and Sunday off, and I have to leave before 4:00, before 4 because the post office closes at 5, I think. Huh?
It's manageable. I'm not saying it's possible. I'm not saying it's easy. It's fucking hard as fuck. That's why I don't have 2 jobs. I'm like, I don't want to work 2 jobs.
No, it's just time as it is.
I want to. My weekends when I'm out here, we're playing ball, we're getting fucked up. I try to just work overtime, but even that's like, like I don't know how Juan fucking works 4 hours a day. I tried it. I'm like, fuck this shit.
How do I do it?
But this why I guess the benefit he works with people. I work with fucking stats and numbers. It's fucking terrible.
I mean, you still get mentally drained because you have to fucking provide customer service at all times. You can't. I can't like tell people to fuck off and be like,
Eat dick.
I'm like leave. Like I'm tired. Like I've had enough already.
11th hour, he's like,
But I mean, you have to do what you have to do. What's the other option?
I'm like, I want to go to a baseball game tomorrow. I dropped $100.
People are depending on you, and plus, I want to do certain things. So it's like, what can I do?
That's the reason I work. I've been trying to live a minimalistic life, so it's not working.
Minimalistic? What are you
Not
talking
buy expensive. Like before, I used to like buy a lot of like clothes, but now I'm like, fuck it. Like all that shit doesn't matter.
The other day I checked and I was like, oh, I have enough. I have a lot of clothes. I didn't know I had this many clothes.
Yeah, but now instead I want to like do trips and like things like go to a fucking expensive restaurant or like do shit like that because I figured like.
I want to get a golden dildo.
Clothes is not important because I'm like, I don't deal with customers anymore. Like no one sees me at work.
I think that's because you're in a relationship and you've settled. I think you're still out there looking for chicks you'd like nice clothes.
Okay.
But you're in a relationship now, so you feel like you could dress down. Now you just want to be comfortable. Next step, you're going to get fat, which is already happening. It's not what your gut's saying, boy. You already started, you want to wear pajamas and get fat? get fat forever. It is what it is, bro. Tell me your weekend, bro. You went, you ate a whole pig, you wore pajamas, you dyed your hair. Tell me you're not becoming basic then. You're becoming a basic ass white person, boy. Tell me that's not some super weekend warrior shit. That's what I'm saying. That's why you don't care about clothes. Son. You settled, son. You settled heavy, son.
What are you talking about?
You're watching Netflix, eating pigs, hanging out with white folk. You settled, bro. If you're still single, you'd be hitting the gym twice as hard. Buy hella balling clothes because you want a peacock for these hoes.
But he was never buying a hella balling clothes.
That fool wears the same fucking
I was like-
faded ass jeans he's always wore.
I was like, what are you talking? He's never bought hella balling clothes. Man.
My thing, I like just to fucking have it in my bank account or in the stock market. I stopped gambling.
Because the guy fucking you chose out of your own.
I needed a break, so I was getting fucking my ass ripped apart.
Rammed.
So I'm like, just gotta get away from it.
I heard you were down with ramrodding though.
Minimalist lifestyle.
I'm trying to be. I want to go for my birthday. I'm going to the trip.
See, that's where I want to do too. Like,
Dude, the best experience of my life, as sad as to say that gaming this we went to was one of the best experiences of my life. And we went just for 2 days.
the Guadalajara.
Memorable, dude, I'm gonna remember that shit for the rest of my life. And it was literally for 90 minutes, but it was just like.
That was a good weekend.
And I'm like, we could be doing this shit week in and week out because say what you want, we might not make the best money or have the best jobs. We have decent enough.
And we're lucky to live at home.
Yeah, we don't pay much. Because we have to fucking pay our own.
If I had a 9 to 5, I'd juice myself up. Yeah,
What do you mean?
I'd be able to do that.
Oh, I thought you were going to do steroids. I was like, what?
Oh,
Well, part of the reason why I say is like, can you do, like, why I'm asking so much about the thing is because it's like at the end of the day, if like you're gonna get to the age where like you can't travel as much if your goals are still to have a family and still go down that avenue. Because that window for like doing fun shit
it's closing in.
closes in, because then when you get in a relationship, now you have to do it for 2 people. So it becomes more expensive the more people are involved. Then you have a family, then it becomes that much more expensive.
Well, now you can't go with your friends. I'm like, yo, I'm going with games. We get fucked up for the weekend. Because it's like, I got kids now. I can't drop $600-700 just because.
Well, because now every time you go to a game, you're not buying just 1 ticket, you're buying 4 tickets. Everything you go to now always gets
I wouldn't
multiplied.
have taken like if we had like we said we were that age, I wouldn't have taken my kids to the game. I'm gonna get trapped.
Mm-hmm.
If you have kids, it makes no sense for you to go to the game.
Why not? You still need to have fun.
Yeah, get a sitter. Why would you take the kids?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you're the dude who's like, we'll bring the playpen to the fucking tailgate.
But then you also now have to buy your wife a ticket too.
Yeah.
You have to buy, like, you know what I mean? Like, now the accommodations are getting
I mean, let's not act like the tickets are $20.
more complex.
Oh no, I mean, in essence, you would have 2 paychecks too.
True.
Maybe.
No, I see where he's going from. Yeah. I understand.
That's if you have
The shit is closing in.
an actual babysitter.
I believe. I don't
Because
know
if
if
you
it's
don't,
close.
then one
I
of you
just
has to
don't know if it's
babysit.
closing in for me though. It's like, bro, I haven't dated anyone serious in a long fucking time.
But what I'm trying to say is, if you have aspirations for that,
Yeah.
you have to be taking some steps somewhere.
You think I
Shit
should?
doesn't happen for itself on its own.
You
just
think I
like
should
that.
start getting out there?
I think so.
You're gonna be 30, and then you're gonna be the 30-year-old that's like, well, what do you have to show for yourself as a 30-year-old man?
Teach me how to kiss. No.
There is that too, bro.
Because they will ask you, what do you do? Then they gauge you on where you're at.
Yeah.
Do you have your own place? Do you do this?
I'm an entrepreneur.
Then they start
I
talking
work
about
at a-
past experiences that you've had, as in like, oh, have you ever done this or gone this place? And if then they start noticing, oh well, why hasn't he lived? What's been going on with him?
I think I've lived. Look, I've coattailed a lot of my experiences, but it's not like I haven't lived.
Well, I'm
I
just
mean,
saying. Yeah, but then they get to the question where like, oh, then how'd you do that if you say you've been doing this, and then you have to. That's what I'm saying. Like, women gauge you on what you've done for yourself as a man. Like,
Actually, you know what? That is right. Do women ask more? Like, they think way more about the future, though.
what do you mean?
because they're more limited on the time they have to make babies.
Maybe.
Because their
I'm just like,
their
I've never-
ovaries, they have a set number of ovaries.
I've never asked a girl like, "Hey, so what do you do for a living?" I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like,
I asked them.
You do. You care.
Oh yeah, I definitely care.
So you just don't ask. That's why you don't ask. Like, hey, are you documented or what?
No, I just don't. Ask.
You just don't. You find out too late.
For some of this shit. And it happened that-
Are you document? That's fucked up. Yeah. Huh.
But girls are more in tune with that shit. I mean, I'm like, dude, eventually.
I don't think they're more in tune. I think
Because
that's
they want
just.
stability.
Yeah, and as a guy, I'm like,
Well, because as a guy, you're supposed to provide the stability. You're not looking for stability in your partner.
Yeah.
They are though.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck. I need two jobs. If I have to, I'll do that. But I'm hoping not.
Because then they start looking at it as like, oh, well, you're this age. What have you done with your life? And then you're like, oh shit, yeah, what have I done? What do I have to say, like to show for the time I've had here? And then you gotta explain that shit to them.
Bitch, I ain't stable. I'm from the
And that's if
future.
you're
I'm
dealing
cable.
That's if you're dealing with women that are older. I mean, you could always go for younger women, but they're expensive because they don't have incomes and they don't.
They just want to be flashy.
Yeah, they just want to do shit.
See
You have to
that?
pick
That's
up
why I
all
was
those
like,
tabs.
I don't want an old chick because they're gonna look at me like I'm some fuckhead. But I don't want a young chick because I'm over that shit. Well, I don't want to party, and young chicks want to party. I want a young chick,
Like, I feel that's a year or two.
but who's also older. You know.
Because then you're basically going through the same path of life. You don't want someone.
The last few days, you know who I've matched with on like these dating shits? Fucking NASA engineers and like fucking doctors.
Yeah,
And it's like, bruh, what the fuck do I talk to them about, bruh?
So that's why I'm like getting to like it. So then, like, what do you tell people? Like,
It's like, oh, I work for Elon Musk on the secret project. You can't tell nobody though. And then
because like if you've fully given up on it, like Arthur at this point has just said fuck it.
I'm
It
not
is
giving.
what it is.
I
Fam.
didn't know that shit. I was like, why do you mean? Like, you're never gonna try to get a career?
Well, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm like he's given up on the avenue of like building a family for himself. Like, oh shit. Talk to him.
What is he gonna do with like?
Ask him. I don't know. He's fucking gonna be who he is. Fam.
I mean, I don't.
Unky
I
Arf.
don't want a kid right now, but like 5 years from now, what the fuck else?
Yeah, but you're taking the steps of like you have a job, you're saving money.
Yeah.
You. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're setting up a leeway for when in the future.
I've been in multiple relationships.
So it's possible for you.
I mean, high school kids have babies and they aight.
Yeah, but they have fucked up like living situations. Most of them, and like they go through shit.
The kids are the people.
The kids, them as a family.
Fuck the kid, boy.
Kids, they never lived, so they're trying to grow up and be dad. I don't want to fucking be all broke down.
That's what our parents are, dog. Young ass people that have kids, feel stupid, feel they end up all dumb. So.
The kids are the parents.
Sometimes both, but that's why you end up with parents that have the. They act like kids still. So.
Yeah. I just imagine having a kids a few years ago when we were giving each other haircuts, nigga. Like, imagine like what would your kids think?
With my blonde hair, dog.
What would your kids think if like, oh yeah, my dad used to get his fucking haircut in our lawn, by who? By my uncle, bruh. Like, were they like, oh, was he a barber? Nah, B, they were just fucking crazy.
My dad, one time he lost a bet to his dickhead friend. He just had blonde hair.
He lost his friend to my uncles, and that fool had to go blonde, bro. Mom lost the respect for him, but you know.
Just think about like Arthur's kids. Like my dad went through the glass table and he was bleeding out in the tub.
My dad burned his hand because he didn't wait for the.
I could just imagine, like, let's think of Art today. What happened to him today? But if you had a kid in the seat,
So funny as shit.
That fool won't call AAA. He burns his fucking hand.
Kids crying on the side of the road.
Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna end you. He's just getting frustrated. Nah, mijo, va a estar todo bien, bájale.
Or just think about you taking your kid with his grandpa to the junkyard. And you fools are just kicking.
We're just kicking shit, man. Hey,
You
mijo,
stab yourself with a screwdriver and your kid's like, oh shit, what the fuck?
grab something and hit it, bro.
Like, taking to watch one of my games, and I'm out here talking shit, fool, like, oh, I'm a big this shit, fool. And it's like, I'm slow as fuck. These fools are averaging way more athletic than I am, fool, but I'm still talking shit, fool.
The problem with getting out there is just like,
Yeah. Leaving his. Hey, I gotta leave.
Or I drop my kid off at your guys' house because I'm gonna go drink.
Hey, take care for a couple of hours.
Hey, fool, handle it, fool.
I wouldn't mind. I'll take care of your kid. But
I
like,
need my kid to be a psycho like me. Fool.
I mean, I want to get out there. I'm definitely not where Art's at. Like,
Where Art's just like,
I do want.
Art's like, he hasn't completely given up, but he's at the point where it's like, if it happens, it happens.
It's never gonna happen because it's not out there.
Yeah, he's just passively giving up.
No one's like, if Arthur was, out there looking, you get someone.
I think. I mean, a long time ago, I just wasn't emotionally ready. Then I just wasn't financially. But now I'm getting to where I'm both okay. But look, I'm making it seem like I'm doing mad good. I'm not like. Like, cause I don't want to make
back to making $40 an hour.
I mean, I was, but I wasn't. You know what I mean?
Was that it?
No, you weren't.
You're making $40 an hour because you're working for some fucking con man. You were part of an illegal enterprise, dog.
I mean, I wasn't. You know what I mean?
It's okay because that illegal enterprise is on my resume, though.
We were and we weren't. You know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is. But I don't want. I'm ready, and I need to get out there. I know what you mean. Like,
well, because I just say because like,
time is passing, bro.
Because to me, that's the thing where it's like, you do have to understand, like, if you are trying to court women, like, what are you putting out? Like, what are you putting out?
Ask me the question, what's the last person you dated? And then if I'm going to tell someone, oh, it was like when I was 21, 22.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been on a date since I've been like 22, bro.
7 years now since he's... Well, who's the last fucking person he went out with, jackass?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. Shit.
Like, you know what I mean? You get out of sync. You get out of rhythm. Like, you know what I mean? And then it's not like, oh, I don't know how to talk to someone. You know what I mean? Or something like that. What?
You're like self-deprecating. Don't you know I like that shit?
You mean there's no woman that's like, I want a man that doesn't...
Like himself? No. Mm-hmm. Why would you like you?
She fucks with the vibe.
Most people fuck with me because I'm overconfident as fuck.
How do you fuck with goth queens, fool? Or anime freaks, you know what I mean? That's my new thing, fool. No, I don't fucking know, man. I do want to get out there, though. I mean, time is passing us fucking by, and like
And I'm not saying we're old, but we're also not young. We're not like, oh, nigga, our whole lives is ahead of us. Like you gotta start making some calculated risks.
What most people wait on is that they're waiting on graduating from college. But I'm like, we already did that shit years ago.
Yeah. Facts.
And we're the upper echelon in the sense that we have college degrees. Most people don't.
We're technically all right.
We should. If we applied ourselves,
we're all right.
All making like we all make.
We're like upper working class.
Yeah, basically, we're not middle class yet. But if we work, by the time we're 30, we could be middle class.
Not really.
Yeah.
There's systems in place for that not to happen. What's middle class? 100K? By the time you're 30 in 3 years, 2 years? No fucking way. How you gonna get a fucking promotion that's gonna give you 50 more grand than what you're making now?
Hey, now you ever slept with your boss?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Nah, I don't know.
But I could be middle class if I get me a girl that makes the same height that I do.
Oh,
that's what
see, like you be middle class, or you
middle class.
You and your partner being middle class. That's different.
Oh, middle class like a cousin that makes like 250.
But he put in the work when he was younger.
He's smart. He got himself a good one, stuck with it, and then that's it.
No, he studied something that
Oh, yeah.
that was gonna make him money. He was gonna be well off regardless of who he married.
Yeah. But now.
But he married someone that was his equal.
He put in the work when he was young.
Yeah, we did it. We're like, whatever.
He had a plan. He's like, I'm going to become an engineer because engineers make money. And he became an engineer that makes money.
And we were like, oh, whatever, dog.
I wasn't. I followed my dream, boy.
I know dreams at the beginning, but I got kicked out of finance school, so it's like, hey, dog, what was the most units I had? History, then fucking we're getting that degree.
Gang.
It's weird.
Getting older?
No, I ended up doing what I would have done out of high school if I didn't have a degree anyways. Hustle, because that's all I had ever done before.
Yeah.
He's like, I should just became a construction worker for I've been making mad bang. My body would have been fucked up, but I would have been making bank, fun. I would have had a house by now, fun. Them motherfuckers make money, fun.
$30 an hour, at least. Like the low end.
That's crazy.
And me, who's actually smart and can speak English, fun.
Oh, you just gonna play?
I can ski my way, fun.
Do what your dad did, pretend to work, but they get other dudes to do the hard labor.
Ask his knees if he pretended to work. Ask his hands. He didn't pretend to work.
Now that he's older, when he was young, that fool was probably like my dad.
I thought you were trying to play the homie like that.
Nah, my dad's always been a schemer.
Oh, facts, fool, but
oh, that he has to sacrifice the body. There's no way around it. Fool.
Yeah.
It's construction. Yeah, because you're a tool. You're a working tool. You're a piece of equipment.
That was just out there. I'm a piece of equipment, though.
hey, what power?
But I was like, I could be making some cheddar cheese. But what are you gonna do?
Actually, you know what? For a long time.
Hey, do you still even want to be a teacher, bro? I've heard you talking about like being
do.
a teacher, getting back on track after.
I want to join the army, dog. I'm not even joking.
Dude, my biggest fantasies are to go back in time out of high school. I go to the army.
No, I go to war and see what that shit's about.
The fuck out.
No, I'm speaking. This is not me joking.
The funniest shit is that I'm with him though. Bro. Like I fantasize about what if I would have gone to the army after fucking high school.
I would. When you go to college older, you fucking know more shit.
And you're fucking a seasoned vet, fam.
And this is not me.
And then I get to test myself if I'm about to shit or not, fam.
Yeah.
That's really what I wanted to test.
You hear gunshots, like, they will run towards her? Or not, dog? Because in my mind, I'm a killer, dog. You know what I mean?
That's me too, dog. Like, I was like, if I was put into some of these situations where fools had to fucking clack a kid because they didn't know if he had a bomb on him or not, fool, like, what would that do to me, fool? And am I pulling this trigger heavy or not, fool?
I think I'm pulling it, but I'm going to therapy for years, fool.
And how fucked up do I come back, fool?
How many Coors Lights am I sitting?
How many of my wires get crossed at me being over there?
But like, yeah, the other day I saw a recruiting office. I'm like, hey, maybe I should go and see what's up. Like, I'll be a sergeant off the bat. Just gonna pass basic. I'm ashamed.
You were back. They would never take you. What are you talking about?
I'm with him on that though. Fool.
Dude, I could be the next Oliver Stone, fool. He wrote that shit off of Vietnam.
But then I was also thinking, like, I would have had all of my college paid for with the GI Bill.
Yeah.
And then I could have done some shit. But I'm also a seasoned vet, though.
Y'all talking crazy right now.
I could have been different.
I just want to go into college with already some stripes in my
I
belt.
would have had some little Alibaba children, bro. She's been high, bro.
Fuck out of here, bro.
There's a little Juan Jr. out there, bro. Juan Mohammed, bro.
Juan Salah?
Juan Salah, bro.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
30 or less. So I want to sign up for another tour, but confirmed, bro.
The fuck out of here, bro.
You come back.
Although I wouldn't want to come back like an amputee or some shit, because I think that shit would really fuck my mind up. Bro.
I mean, my left hand, I don't really need. Oh no, I drive on my left, and I clean my ass in my left.
I wouldn't want to have a hook hand, bro.
That's my strong.
Blindside monster. I don't know what the fuck you fools took this podcast too late. I would have joined the army. If you go back in time,
Back in time, I would have wanted to join.
if you go back in time, you probably go all the way to middle school and tell yourself, "Hey, maybe don't take the easy route. Maybe hit it hard, bro. You're smart enough. Like you could, where you could be what the fuck you want.
I could have been a 5-star general though. Bro.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Dude, see you doubt niggas.
You were 450, pushing 500 out of high school. There's no fucking way you would have made it the army,
But then I
bro.
go back to middle school and I say, hit it hard, bro.
Yeah, why not just tell yourself, hey,
Train your body, bro.
maybe hit them books, bro. Maybe take high school seriously.
Because I didn't need to hit them books. I just need to get lean ready.
Shit,
bro.
maybe you'd have just gone to Cal State LA straight and not took a 6-year detour at community college, dog.
You gotta party though, fool.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Party though, dog. That's the thing. We party, but not.
You still fucking party now like if you were early 20s. That's what I don't get.
I party responsibly now.
I don't.
Oh, you just started taking an Uber, which I was kind of like, oh, you really took an Uber? I was like, look at him being responsible finally.
I was, but I didn't want to break Nestor's heart.
The what?
I saw you get a Corolla. I was like,
I didn't want to break his heart because he drove, fool, but I took the joke to the point where it's like, I can't tell him that I didn't not drive, bro.
You cocksucker did have a car?
But I was like, he was already upset, so I was like, I don't want to fuck his vibe up right now,
I've
bro.
known this shit forever, dog. I know how this would look.
Yeah.
I was a huge marra with a fucking hat and a Corolla. I'm like, this would never will drive a Corolla unless it's a rental.
I'm over here offering to drive him to his house to pick up his fucking wallet. I was like, no, you don't have to take an Uber to your house. I'll drive you.
I did leave my wallet at my house, though. Fool. I did have to drive back to my house to pick up my
I'm
wallet.
so disappointed you lied to me, bro.
I had to, though. It's because we were outside, fool, and this fool was like, if I have to drive, I have to drive. Fuck it, fool. But he was already upset, so I couldn't be like, oh, I do have my car, and it's not a 2-seater.
You had a 5-seater. I don't understand. What was the problem?
It was the goof, but you know when you get to the goof, but you've goofed too hard that you can't back up the goof because you've already upset the person.
Well, I wasn't upset because I had to drive. I was upset because I was
No,
just
but you were
hungry.
over it already, fun.
I was just hungry. The moment I ate, I was like, all right, I'm good now.
No, that's why, but I didn't want to ruin the vibe anymore. Fun, be like, I did bring my car, so I just went with the joke.
I would have laughed. It's like, all right.
But see, now you're more well equipped to laugh right now, so it's okay.
True. Maybe yesterday I wouldn't have laughed. Bruh, we were driving back and I'm like, bro, I'll take you to your house. That way you don't have to take an Uber to your house. I really bought the goo. Like, if you wouldn't have told me right now, I was like, look at this motherfucker finally be responsible, start taking Uber places. Huh?
Nah, B.
That's daddy DUI for this fucking idiot, bro.
My shit has plates though, fool, so it's okay.
Fucking dumb, bro. The thing that worries me the most is you still out here doing shit
That's because I hang out with 20-something-year-olds.
that you did when we were 20. It's like, bro, aren't you past this?
That's what.
The shit, like, we've done this. Like, you've already lived through this. No one can tell you, like,
But I like socializing with women. So.
That's where they be at.
They be at the scene, fool. That's where these young hoes is at.
Oh, you're not looking for a relationship or anything like that?
Not with them. They're like,
Are you actively looking?
they're not ready. Fool.
Or you just...
No, I'm not. Well, I don't have.
this fucker thinks
don't
he's
have-
Drake. He's running through them. Huh?
No, it's not that.
He's running
I don't
through
have
the
the time-
six with his
I don't have
woes.
the time to look for quality women.
That is true.
I don't have the time to look for quality women.
Since we don't have weekends or some shit.
So like, outside of like the dating apps, and even then, I've been lacking on them because like I don't hit them every day like I used to. So I gotta get back on that. But like, it's not like, not to say bad things about the women where I work at, but they're just young and most of them don't know what they want, and like some of them are in relationships and they lie about being in relationships. Like some of them have families and like husbands and they say they're single. So like, I don't know, what are you gonna do?
There's my hood rats, boy.
So like,
You work with hood rats. Huh?
so it is what it is. You know what I mean?
But it's like everyone that came through there through Craigslist. It's like, do you find the best people on Craigslist? Nah, B. You find the people that are left over. You find the leftover people that came from Backpage once that shit got shut down. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You're working with.
You can't find a good one at your job.
You can, but it's just like
that's not what you're looking for. Cause I wasn't looking for a relationship, and I just ended up in one and it worked out.
You settled. You settled, bro. Say it. Settled. You say it all the time, but you won't say it on the pod.
I'm trying to grow as a person, bro.
Liar. I'm not saying you settled. You saying you settled. I'm just repeating your words to you. Man. You're a different person when you're with her. I'll tell you that.
I'm actually trying to be a good boyfriend. Something I've never been with any other girl. I mean, I don't know.
Like you out here like, oh, I'll clean up. Like that day we had the thing for my sister, you cleaned the little ref and you're trying to put some little elbow grease on. Like Adrian putting elbow grease into anything. You usually just fall back and let everyone else handle it.
Just get in here with the meat.
And then literally, I'm going to sleep and then take off early and then like let everyone else do the other shit.
The next day.
Nah, even if it's Saturday, you just leave.
Bullshit. They're not clean. On Saturday we had something for yourself.
Well, it was Saturday.
Yeah, I cleaned.
Trying to be a nice guy. Nice guy, Adrian. Nice to meet you. I've never met you before.
I don't know.
About what?
Yeah, I'm trying to be nice.
You've accepted it, fool. I've settled, bro.
Try not to. I'm still working out 5 days out of the week. I'm just trying to do 6, but that's 6 days out.
Let's end it. I think we've gone way too far.
Now,
how long you think? No, I mean it's an interesting talk. I don't know. I mean, if we're gonna get real, let's get real, dog.
What's up with your hairline, though?
Tell you what, bro.
So you got the continent of Africa right next to your ear. Like your shit shaped like that.
I didn't like the haircut. I usually get a 2 on the
that's
side.
what I was staring at for the first 30 minutes of the pod. I was
but
like,
did you
what's up with
notice
this
how
fool's
one
hair?
side is fucking like
Look at this shit, nigga. It goes like this.
Oh, there's that, and then on the other side they left a chunk. Like they tried to fit it in, but they didn't.
No, on here, this
you go to another barber.
No, it's the same
This
dude.
hair
I
is
thought
darker
I'm gonna go
than
to
this part right
I'm gonna
here.
go to another one, though. I'm
And
tired.
then there's a line right here, and then
I
there's
thought
one
I got
right
the
here.
best dude, and I'm like,
Well, if you're not his
damn.
customer, they don't give a fuck.
Which guy?
The girl me.
Oh, you got that. All right, yeah, that was cool. So you got to tell me what you want.
The thing I switched it up today. I went a 1 on the
You got
sides
my
because it
haircut.
was hot.
Oh,
So I was
get
like,
zeros on the side.
Yeah,
"You get zeros?
I get
I
zeros.
get zeros, but a high fade.
Then it looks like a Caesar, no?
You look like a fucking Marine, because that's what I'm trying to be.
30.
You think I'm lying about these fantasies, fool? But I'm really about it, fool. I replay 18-year-old me, fool. Juiced up, though, fool.
You were a fucking psycho at 18. There's no way you would have gone to fucking.
That's what they look for, those psychos, fool.
They want fools. They want killers, dog.
You're a fucking young transformer. Fool. There's no
Imagine
fucking.
me in a tank, though, fool.
We're running fools.
Or a
Bro.
Humvee.
Oh, I think I said a tank top. Fool. It's just fucking straight fucking.
But it's U.S. Army issue, fool.
So it's a schmedium.
We could reminisce all day. I don't know. Dog, it got heavy. There's death talk. There's fucking future talk. There's stick talk. There's a lot of reflection to be made on this episode. 6 months from now, we might not even be here.
You
We'll
never
see.
know.
I hope you get a better haircut next time.
Bro, I didn't like it.
Shit, shame.
I didn't like it. I almost didn't tip
Did you
him.
tip him, fool?
I tipped him, but I didn't want to.
How, though, fool?
I didn't want to.
That fool shows you the mirrors. Fool.
I saw him there and I'm like, I don't like it. But I mean, what am I gonna do to fix it? Shave it off?
Well, how come he faded you in this way, and that way, and not up and down?
Bruh,
Like that's just like a lateral fade. Fool.
he gave me the front to back
That's just
fade.
side to
fool.
side. Fool. Like
Next time I'm just asking for something outrageous, like, bro, I want that fucking little fucking rat tail, boy.
I've also been like, I should just shave my head completely.
Facts. fool. He also didn't shave my full beard. He just shaved down to here, and I had to come home and shave the rest.
an extra $5.
Well, I was just like, I hope he doesn't do the whole thing because he's gonna charge me $5 for it.
That's what I usually do.
The whole thing. Well, he just lines up your beard because you don't shave off your beard, do you?
Yeah, I shave it off completely.
Oh, all right. I mean, now we're getting to fucking minutia of haircuts, but thank you guys for listening. I know this was a long one. It was a deep one. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Nestor.
I could have been Lieutenant Dan.
This is Adrian.
Lieutenant Dane. You guys have a good one.
Well, I don't want to go back now.